San Antonio's Sports Center.
You just heard it. We are the home for Thursday Night Football, and tonight's the Dallas Cowboys looking to continue their home dominance. They welcome in the Seattle Seahawks. It all gets underway at 6 o'clock with the pregame show. Speaking of the Cowboys, they have the NFC Offensive and Defensive Players of the Month. Dak Prescott gets the offensive nod. DaRon Bland, the defensive nod. C.J. Stroud, he's the Offensive Rookie of the Month and Offensive Player of the Month.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, a San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Cowboys game day. We're live at it. Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House, 1604 near I-10. They call it the South Rim.
The South Rim.
The
That's
South
right.
Rim.
That's exactly where we're at. Perry, hey, I tell you what, we just chowed down some pizza, or I guess I did.
Yeah.
Here from Perry's, and it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, and all the people that are sitting in here eating pizza going, what the hell is going on with those two guys in the booth?
Exactly. We look like we're on a date. We need a couple of malts or something.
A couple of what? How
Malts,
old are you?
Shakes, malts. You know what I'm saying.
Dude, it's pizza and beer at Perry's.
Yeah, but we can't have beer till 6 o'clock.
Well, I'm not going to have a malt or a
Why
shake
not,
when there's a
Jason?
beer in my future.
We could have a malt or a shake, a little chocolate chip, something tasty like that.
Really?
Sure.
Dude, I just had pizza with no beer. A wonderful iced tea.
That's fantastic.
But a Flight by Yingling in my future. We're out here with our friends from Flight by Yingling. They'll have some great prizes to give away. And I'm sitting next to a sign that says, give the gift of pizza and beer this holiday season.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is.
That's a hell of a gift.
Well, and if you ever share a pizza with Joe, put a lot of pizza on your plate early. Now, I've eaten with Joe many times, but I thought I was out here with James Pledger for a moment because, we get the pizza and, I grab a slice, and Joe's on his third before I finish mine. He devoured it like he had never eaten a pizza before in his life. I thought I was with James Pledger.
Look, dude, I'm a regular here at Perry's.
Obviously.
And I love it. It's a kind of I guess you would call it a New York style. You kind of fold it up like that, and it goes down really well.
It really is New York style pizza in Texas. It says so on the wall.
Oh, it says that.
It literally says that on the wall.
I just know because you can fold it, right, like you do in New York.
Well, and you know why they do pizza like that in New York? You get it on a paper plate, you fold it over, and you can eat it on the subway.
Oh. Well, I'm not going to go on a subway in New York.
You're too hot. You're too good for the subway.
Well, I'm not too good for it.
You're
It's just
too
a little
scared.
dangerous these days,
it's
right?
not. It's fine.
Oh, sure.
It depends on what part of New York you're going.
Well,
but the parts you're in, you're going to be fine.
Ray's Pizza there in New York was good.
Middle of Times Square.
Right.
You're fine.
Well, that was the first New York style that I had, and it was really good until you come here to Perry's, and it's really good too.
It's really good. Really great place to come watch the Cowboys and Seahawks tonight. a Thursday night football with the Cowboys playing in prime time on Prime, obviously. If you don't have Prime, come watch it here with us at Perry's. You can listen to the game tonight on 94.1 with the Brad Sham broadcast over on AM 1250, the national broadcast brought to you by Flight by Yingling. And you're going to hear a lot of just trying to piss off one Joe Reinagel. I don't know at what point through the season July Dak Prescott says, here we go.
No, he says, here we go.
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, there's a different level of singing, so everybody knows what's going to be there.
Here we go.
You started whining about it the other day, and I find it funny because it's been around all year. And Joe Reinagel, the power of this radio station and Joe Reinagel, it pissed him off. And some dude literally wrote a song.
Just to piss me off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool ball blue when I fall through. A lot do not like us. We can take it to the next spot. They yelling like Prescott. Everybody like. There ain't no breaks, no rest stop. We trying to get your head chopped. The whole club yelling. Everybody.
See, and what Joe doesn't realize is we've made that his ringtone. So now when you call Joe, That is going to be his ringtone.
Here we go.
Uh-huh.
Here we go. Now, see, that's something for the fellas in the morning to ask Mike McCarthy. I'd like to know the answer to that. Is that a Mike McCarthy thing, or did Prescott himself come up with that?
If you're Mike McCarthy, are you going to claim that?
Well, I don't know.
Because all of his
Maybe.
teammates make fun of him, too.
Right.
I mean, the girlfriend, everything. He's about to have, a baby, his girl dad. I mean, how often you had 5 kids, man. Trying to get out the door to go to dinner. Here we go. Come on, everybody get in the minivan. Here we go.
Oh, man. It's funny because when it first started happening, you're like, okay. It was kind of like the whole Peyton Manning thing with the Omaha, and it got annoying after a while because he'd say it all the time.
Yeah.
And then so I just kept watching and hearing, and I said, Dak's saying, here we go.
All the time.
All the time. And
I've been
after
doing
a
it
while,
all year.
it's like
every day you do every Wednesday when you do. Here we go.
Well, but you got to sing it, man.
Well,
here we go.
But if I sang it, it would have taken away from the Wemby Wednesday. It was just the subtle, just to see if you would be as annoyed by me saying "Here we go" when you're doing that as I am by you saying.
Dude, I'm annoyed by you every day. Everything you say. There's that.
But you love me.
Okay.
And that's what it's all about.
So we got to listen to that song about 100 times today. Is that the game plan?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, James Pledger has told me he wants your ears to bleed with that. I mean, because you're going to get a good 3.5 hours or so of that tonight during the broadcast.
Absolutely.
And so to be properly prepared for the game, you have to understand that here we go. And, I mean, you've heard his teammates doing their best Dak impression of here we go. In fact, today on the show, if you guys want to do a Dak impression of here we go, 210-656-ESPN. No
I'd
prizes.
Like to hear that.
210-656-3776. We can have some fun with that because here we go, man. It's game day. You're fired up. You're ready to go.
Are you worried about tonight?
No.
You're not at all.
And that bothers me. I mean, in all reality, I mean, there's been some cupcakes that you're not worried about. And I should know better that Seattle is a better team. They're 6-5. They've got some incredible wide receivers. They don't have a running game right now with Walker out. I am a fan of Geno. They've got some defensive players, Tariq Woolen for one. But this team, they just look like in the way to get to next week. And that's my mentality. Just get me to next Sunday. I am so ready for Cowboys-Eagles. I hope the players in that locker room right now getting ready for the game tonight don't have the same mentality that I have. And seemingly everybody that I talk to has that, tonight, whatever, man. Next week is the game. Next week is the game. Now, you got to get through tonight. You cannot look at tonight's game kind of like the Cowboys did against Arizona. They can't walk in thinking they've got an easy 30-point win.
Well, they may do that because everybody that comes into Jerry World, they've beaten by about 30 points. So it's hard. It's human nature to know that you have Philly coming up. They are in your future. You know you've got to beat them. They took care of you the first time. You want to return the favor. You're looking forward. Not to mention the fact, Jason, this is the third game in 12 days for the Cowboys. How are they going to be? Are they tired? Are they, ready for a little bit of a break, which they're going to get after this game? All kinds of things that could factor into this ball game tonight. Everybody thinks the Cowboys are going to roll the Seahawks, except perhaps the Seahawks.
If they're smart, they know what's coming.
They do, huh?
Well, and again, I mean, you're at the time of year, and I always hate this phrase, but there's so much truth to it. Who needs it more? Who wants it more? Seattle needs and wants it.
Well, they need it more for sure.
Yeah. Well, and so I hope they want it more than the Cowboys. Because, when you look at playoffs and upcoming schedule, Cowboys are a playoff team. I mean, they would have to lose the rest out not to be in the playoffs. Seattle needs this game. That should tell me they want this game. And if the Cowboys' mentality is, I'm looking ahead to Philadelphia, I'm looking to having a long weekend because it is the third game in 12 days, although I don't know how many of them actually broke a sweat the last couple of weeks in their blowout wins. But there is a mentality that I hope Mike McCarthy has a grasp on his team and they in that locker room have a better mental focus for tonight's game than most of the fans.
You know, Pete Carroll's a pretty good coach, too.
Yeah, he's been known to do that.
He's going to have them ready. Just the odds say the Cowboys aren't going to blow the Seahawks out, right? This should be a competitive game, at least on the surface. I don't see the Cowboys throwing up a 30-point butt kicking on the Seattle Seahawks tonight. I think it will be close. Maybe they do that in the fourth quarter and open things up then. But I think, early on at least, I think Seattle's going to keep this thing competitive.
And Seattle is so up and down. And you just don't know. But I know the Cowboys haven't been in a dogfight since Philadelphia, and they didn't win that.
They haven't.
And getting a good close game, a good dogfight kind of game, I think would be really good for the Cowboys as long as they walk away with a win. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Sam, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys? I want to give a shout-out to my brother, Paul Cantu, over there. Hey, let me give you my best Zach impression. How about that?
All right.
Let's hear it.
I got two. All right, here's the first one. Here we go! And I got another one. Here we go! No, I didn't like the second one. I like that first one.
Yeah.
Here we go!
Yeah, the first one was better.
Yeah, the second one sucked.
The second one really did suck.
Yeah.
But, the first one was pretty good.
Yeah, the first one was pretty good. And that version means there's a change of play coming.
Oh, really? So the how did he do it? Here we go! That means we're changing the play?
Yeah, there's all right.
So when he sings, everything's good. Here we go.
Well, no,
that one's all right.
That's on one. There's levels of it. Could you imagine? It must be like choir practice as they're coming up with all their signals. And then they got to change them every week. It's crazy. But It's been a good week already for Dak Prescott. He's got some things to hang on the fridge at home. We'll talk about it as we continue here on the Blitz with our friends from Flight by Yingling. We're at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House, 1604 near I-10. What's that cross street right there?
Lock Hill Selma. Yeah.
Is that one Lock Hill Selma?
That's Lock Hill Selma.
All right. Well,
or Vance Jackson.
Yeah, that's Vance Jackson. But depending on which way you're coming,
I was
depends on
getting the goofiest look from grumpy-ass Greg Shelton when I said Lock Hill Selma.
Like Greg Shelton would know. Greg Shelton's out in public, so he's giving you a goofy-ass look to begin with.
It is Vance Jackson, by the way. That's what it is.
Yeah, so. But, the shortcut over to the rim. We're right here. We're here till 6. Game's obviously going to be on all the TVs here. Great prizes from our friends from Flight by Yingling. So come hang out. Have lunch with us. Here we go at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
First of all, I want to tell you about my good friends at the LaHood Norton Law Group. If you're accused of a crime, you want to make sure you have the best folks representing you, and that is the LaHood Norton Law Group. They're made up of former prosecutors turned criminal defense attorneys, and they can help you stay a step ahead of your legal program. With the LaHood Norton Law Group, you're going to get honest, aggressive, trusting, expert, and best of all, fearless representation. Not to mention the fact, look, I've known Nico LaHood for a long time, 20-plus years, and if I'm in trouble, I'm calling Nico because I want the absolute best. If you need legal help, you need the LaHood Norton Law Group on your side. The team at the LaHood Norton Law Group is your best defense. They can be your legal bodyguard, so call them for a free consultation. 210-797-7700. That's 210-797-7700. Sooner you make that call after you've been accused, the better off you're going to be. So call them, 210-797-7700, or get them online at lahoodnorton.com.
It's R&R in the morning.
R&R in the morning. It is Football Friday, and we'll be joined by NFL insider Todd Archer. Also, RJ Ochoa, Mr. Blogging the Boys himself.
Did the Spurs win? And it's championship weekend. We'll set the table for a full college football weekend and try to figure out when the Spurs get another, if they got one. Don't be late. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Train heating and cooling systems are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you. We run together. Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. Traininfo.com. It's hard to stop a train.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. The countdown to Christmas is on. Take a break at Twin Peaks and bring the crew for a holiday celebration. Need some last-minute gifts? Grab a Twin Peaks gift card in-store through December 24th and score a bonus card for yourself. Valid in January. Twin Peaks has you covered.
Did the potato peels break the disposal again? Showered cold all of a sudden? Family in town and the toilet's clogged up? When things go wrong, call Woods to make it right. You'll receive the royal treatment. Celebrating 67 years in business, ask about our $67 drain cleaning special. Woods Comfort Systems for all your air conditioning, heating, and plumbing needs. License number 16934C, RMP 15462.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No, we tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured, so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly, different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
Thursday night football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, it's a matchup between two of the NFC's most exciting teams when Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks take on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Seahawks and the Cowboys on Thursday night football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. So minivans, sedans, JDMs, roll out. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. And with eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Tease the season at Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for holiday specials this year. Featuring Titleist SM9 wedges tuned for precise contact, lower flight, and higher spin. Now $30 off. From Bushnell, the new Tour V6 Series laser rangefinders provide you the most accurate distances in golf. There's always gift cards in any amount for the special golfer you're shopping for. Don't miss the Edwin Watts Golf Shops holiday special. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, and shop us in store or online at worldwidegolf.com.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
I love San Antonio, man. I love it.
On 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I fall through a lot, do not like us. We can take it to the next spot. They yelling like Prescott. Everybody like.
Here we go.
There ain't no breaks, no rest stop. I'm trying to get your head chopped.
Dude, I need royalties. Here we go. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House, 1604 near I-10. Here with our friends from Flight by Yingling. They've got some great prizes. Come hang out. Get a cold beer. Get some pizza. Some of their appetizers.
It's pregame
the wings. There's all kinds of stuff. Look, we're getting prizes as we speak.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Dude, we've got a koozie on steroids.
Uh-huh.
That's something to throw at Joe when he says something stupid. I need a whole box of these.
No, you could. This is like a football.
I know.
Throw it to that guy over there.
Bounce off your noggin, and here you go.
These are pretty cool. I like these.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
Come get a leather koozie.
I don't know if it's leather.
What? Just roll with me. It's a football.
Dude. I mean,
all right. It's not leather, but it's like, the football you had in the 5th grade. And now you can put a beer in it.
I like that. That's cool.
There you go.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Now, lots of people want to do impersonations.
Good.
Ryan. Here we go, man.
Here we go, buddy.
Here we go. What?
Y80?
Y80?
Yeah, that's what he says after. He says that after. Here we go.
What is Y80?
I don't know, but he says that after everything.
I don't think he says Y80.
Well, he may on occasion. I'm not sure if it's every time.
It's not every time.
I'm going to listen tonight.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's about damn time.
It's a drinking game, isn't it?
Dude, you'll be
hammered after the first quarter.
I was going to say the first series. Here we go. A good 12-play, 75-yard drive to open up.
Here we go.
And you see it. Yeah, like, and I know you don't pay attention to anything, so this is going to be news to you. But down the stretch in college football, you hear that. I see that at the high school level.
Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Dude,
come on.
Seriously.
Never heard that. I have never heard that.
Well, of course, because you don't pay attention to anything.
No, I do, obviously.
You really don't.
I
mean, it took you 10 weeks of the NFL season to realize he says, here we go.
If Rudy J's listening, I'm going to be really upset the next time they have Mike McCarthy on if he doesn't find out the answer for me. Whose is that? Is that Dak or is that Mike McCarthy?
We will get to the bottom of that.
I want to get to the bottom of that.
It wasn't until this year you realized Aggies say howdy. And they've been doing that for 50 years or more.
I just thought they're being friendly.
Yeah, well, they are friendly. But that is very much an Aggie thing. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Pete, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man? Here we go.
Here we go. What?
That's not pretty bad. That's pretty good right there.
Right?
Because he does kind of bring out the go.
Well, I mean, you realize he's got to talk over 100,000 people.
Dude,
and
you
people
can hear him in the next county, for goodness sake.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But he can't be quiet about it. It's got to be, project. The offensive linemen have to hear him. The wide receivers have to hear him. The TV audience has to hear him.
The TV audience doesn't have to hear him, but unfortunately, we have to hear him. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And look,
Dak.
I mean, who's your favorite kicker in the world?
Brandon Aubrey.
Did he miss an extra point this month?
He did.
That cost him from getting Special Teams Player of the Month.
Well, who got Special Teams
The dude
player?
from the Bears who kicked all the... Well, I mean, look, he were their only points the other night in primetime. They win a damn game without a touchdown. But he could have been a part of the trifecta. Dak Prescott, NFC Offensive Player of the Month. DaRon Bland, NFC Defensive Player of the Month. They got nice certificates. They got to hang them on the fridge. Very cool. If Aubrey makes his extra points, he probably gets Special Teams Player of the Month. But the dude missed an extra point and lost a monthly award. He probably gets a bonus for that, too.
I think Aubrey has already won a couple of those, hasn't he?
I don't know.
I mean, he's the best kicker in the NFL.
Except for, when it comes out to handing out awards.
Best kicker in the NFL, that guy. And you're welcome. I discovered him just like, Jake Ferguson and all the others.
Yeah. You discovered him.
I discovered them.
It was all Joe Reinagle.
Of course.
I mean, Joe Reinagle going to kicking camps all over the country. He watches deep snappers, he watches holders, and he watches kickers stretch. Here we go. And from that, you decided that Aubrey was the guy.
He's the guy.
I wish I lived in your world.
I tell you what, it's a great world to live in.
I tell you, man.
It is a great world to live in. There's no doubt about it.
Discovered this kid all by yourself. And then we're having drinks at Duke's. No, not Duke's. Where were we at? Nobu in Malibu with Stephen Jones and said, man, we got to tell you about a kicker.
I told him. I said, Stephen, I know this guy hasn't looked all that great in camp, but give him a chance. He won't let you down.
Yeah.
He did, and look at him. Best kicker in the NFL.
And if you guys believe that, that while we're having drinks with Stephen Jones at Nobu in Malibu, that we're talking about kickers?
No, we're not talking about kickers. We can't tell you what we were talking about, but
I can tell you it wasn't about kickers.
I believe Joe would.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I might. It depends. I don't remember that specifically.
I mean, honestly, in all fairness, Joe was just hoping he didn't spill his drink or wet himself.
Exactly.
I mean, because, the conversation was long, and guess what? Reinigle had to pee and was holding it and then dancing. And that guy's talking her ear off, man. I had to run. But how do you excuse yourself from a conversation with Stephen Jones?
That is a cool place to be because everybody's relaxed and you really don't talk business at all. You talk about everything else.
Everything else.
Yeah, and it's like, you don't repeat that stuff once you leave there. So that's the beauty of it. And a lot of fun, But Jerry knows how to throw a party.
And I can assure you that we weren't talking about kickers.
No, we weren't.
We weren't talking about kickers. But I tell you what, there was an opportunity of the trifecta. And you look at this game tonight, and it's hard to assess what the Seattle Seahawks are right now. Offensively, defensively, all of it is just kind of odd. But you look at the Cowboys, they should be able to roll in there and get a win with the way they've been playing. And then we keep, this week they had Shaq Leonard in for a visit who left without a deal and went to go visit Philly, left there without a deal. My guess is he'll be at Jerry World next week. Just what sideline is it going to be on? And today, J.J. Watt breaks the news that Zach Ertz asked for and got released by the Arizona Cardinals. J.J. getting the scoop, hanging out at his neighbor's house, going all Adam Schefter on this thing.
He beat all of those guys.
He did.
Shefty, Rappaport, all of them.
Does Zach Ertz go back to Philly, which is where I think he ends up with Dallas Goedert getting hurt, breaking his arm against the Cowboys. And so could the Eagles actually sign 2 free agents? Who would you rather have if you're the Cowboys? Hendershot thought he would be elevated today off the IR. He's missed a lot of time, but he's eligible to come back if they activated his window. So if he's not on the roster next week, if they don't bring him up to the active roster next week, then he has to miss the rest of the season. Today they lifted up some guy that you've never heard of. That's a tight end.
Never heard of him. He's on the practice squad. His last name is Fant, F-A-N-T.
Yeah.
Something like
that. Which is not the Noah Fant that actually plays for the Seahawks. There's another Fant. His first name Prince, right?
Something.
Right. Never heard of this guy, right? But he's practice squad.
Nobody's ever heard of this
Well, his
guy.
mother has.
Well,
but when you look at it, you sit there and you go, okay, is there either have they fallen out of love with Hendershot, or is he just not ready? And so with a tight end like Zach Ertz coming available, now your boy Jake Ferguson playing fantastic. Schoonmaker up and down, right? But having a red zone threat like Zach Ertz, I ask you, do you think they might need more help at tight end or linebacker? Would you rather the Cowboys go towards Ertz or go towards Leonard?
I think that the Cowboys would rather have Leonard just simply because of his ability to stop the run. And they're going to have we get into December, they're going to have to stop the run, certainly in the playoffs. So I think he would benefit them more than Ertz. Obviously, Ertz would be golden, with anybody. But I think he's going back to Philly. He's got ties there. I think Zach Ertz will end up back in Philly. Shaq Leonard, who knows? But I think it's more important for the Cowboys at this point in time. Look, their offense has been rolling.
Yeah.
They haven't had a problem. So I think it's just more important for those guys to get somebody that can actually help stop the run, and they're very thin at linebacker anyway. So I think that would be where I'd want to go.
And where I would like a Zach Ertz is to help in the red zone.
Yeah.
Because Schoonmaker, Ferguson, they haven't been the answer all year. A guy like Zach Ertz could. I'm with you. As soon as I saw J.J. Watt's breaking news, I thought, well, he's going home. And this was probably some sort of prearranged, back channel type of deal. But I don't see the Eagles being able to add both Zach Ertz and Shaq Leonard, because roster spots become available. Neither one of those guys are special teams contributors, and those are the guys that likely would have to get released to make room for them. I don't see them adding both. So I think this ultimately, Zach Ertz goes back to Philly, and Shaq Leonard ends up signing with the Dallas Cowboys.
And I think that would benefit both teams, obviously, and I think that's exactly what both teams need. Zach Ertz there in Philly would, I hate to say it, but it would certainly help that Philly offense. It would help Jalen Hurts tremendously. And then the Cowboys need somebody that can help stop that run, because they're going to need that as they get into December and then obviously in the playoffs.
Alejandro on our YouTube channel says, when the girlfriend says we can go to Perry's after she's off work.
I'm assuming that meant she said yes.
Well, judging by the emoji, I guess Alejandro and his lady are on the way here after she gets off work.
Everybody should be on their way over here whenever you get off work and come pregame with us.
So the idea there, though, why wait for her? Dude, come over now. She could Uber later, or you could Uber now. She'll pick you up later.
Yeah.
Either way, it works. Get over and join us here at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House. We're live until 6 o'clock tonight as we get you ready for Cowboys Seahawks with our friends from Flight by Yingling. Well, Thursday night football, some pizza, some beer.
Man, that just doesn't get any better than that.
It doesn't get any better than that. Cowboys football tonight on 94.1, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, Mothers, Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, Ewald Kubota, and the law office of Jesse Hernandez. As we continue here on the Blitz, so much to get into. You talk about what was a bad marriage. Bobby Petrino hadn't even unpacked at his new office in Arkansas and already bitching about his old boss, Jimbo. We'll go into those details next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Thursday night football. The Cowboys welcome the Seahawks for a primetime tilt at 6 p.m.
Prescott with a quarterback option, running to the right, spilled into the end zone, touchdown Prescott.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
When asked what is on your wish list this holiday season, send your Santa to 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has that new grill and all the grill accessories you have been wanting, plus over 300 spices and rubs that make great stocking stuffers. If you need power tools, 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has all the top brands and the tools you want. 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has specialty gifts and everything you need for indoor and outdoor lighting, decorations, and gifts. Drop the hint or kickstart the holiday shopping yourself at 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks near Jones Maltzberger.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com. or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
With tens of thousands of satisfied patients across America, it's no surprise QC Kinetics gets 5-star reviews.
I'm feeling on top of the world because of QC Kinetics.
I'm able to do the things that I wasn't able to do for a long time.
I can recommend them highly. I would recommend QC to anybody. QC Kinetics has changed my life.
I couldn't believe it. I honestly was skeptical, but the pain went from a 10 to a 0.
Real people with real lasting relief from joint pain.
QC Kinetics Regenerative Medicine is regenerating me.
I'm super successful, and I recommend everyone seek out QC Kinetics as an alternative to surgery.
This non-surgical approach is definitely the future.
I tell as many people as possible. I am an ambassador. I love QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in advanced regenerative medicine. No drugs, no surgery. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318.
Have you or a family member been arrested? The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, can help regardless of the legal battle you are facing, personal injury or criminal defense. Attorney Jesse Hernandez and his team are ready to fight for you. Calls are answered 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's 210-807-8656 or jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla.
It's the Mike McCarthy Show every Friday morning at 6:45 and 9 with R&R in the morning.
Do you like a certain amount of chaos?
Conflict is good.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess I do. I like healthy chaos. I don't like the BS.
A look at the Cowboys' upcoming game presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, a San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix, live out at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House, 1604 near I-10 in the South Rim. We're here with Flight by Yingling as we get ready for Thursday night football. Cowboys at Seahawks tonight. Going to be a good time. Lots of great prizes. Those Yingling coolers, got a big gym bag. Some cool T-shirts.
Koozies.
Got some koozies, but not your normal koozies. I mean, these aren't the kind of koozies you can put in your back pocket when you're done drinking.
No, these are cool, though.
Yeah,
I like these.
Absolutely. You get a grip a football, hold it.
Yeah.
Here we go. You're Dak. You're ready to throw some touchdown passes.
You could probably, if it wasn't open, you could just throw that to somebody. Well, stick a flight in there and just, hey, here you go.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go.
Yeah. So this is how you throw beers around the house.
That's it.
I don't know if they would encourage that here at Perry's, but at the Reinagle house, that could happen.
Absolutely.
I mean, hey, Maggie, throw me a beer, and literally one's coming at you.
Exactly. It may not be a beer. It may be something else.
I hear you there.
Yeah.
Are you? I know you're a Vegas type. I'm a Vegas type.
Yes.
Well, hell, I'm a gambling type, but I love going to Vegas, and I follow a couple of different Twitter handles that are about Vegas. On Monday night at Paris in Las Vegas, playing a $5 slot machine.
Really?
Yeah, $1.39 million.
I hate that guy. I really do.
You hate that guy?
Well, that guy. Anybody that wins, I never win that.
Now, as I'm reading more into this story, at Caesar Palace. Now, you want somebody to hate. Sorry, Pop. You want somebody to hate. One guy. One Caesars Rewards member.
Okay.
Same guy.
On
Saturday, June 17th, playing video poker, $400,000. 10 minutes later, he hit for $200,000, and then the next night, $400,000.
So that's it's about $1 million.
One dude had one hell of a weekend.
Sometimes you just have a horseshoe up your behind. You know, I mean, that's just the way it goes. Wow,
I'm happy for the guy that won 1.3 the other night. I am, because I think that could be me. But the dude that won 3 jackpots in one weekend, I mean, I've had some good weekends in Vegas where I'm happy to walk away with a couple $1,000s on a couple different machines.
Yeah.
But $400,000? I mean, I'm thinking that I forget what the rewards levels are with Caesars. You know, but he went from here to the penthouse really, really quick.
Good for him. I guess somebody's got to win.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So you're the guy that's mad at the person that wins, especially if it's the machine next to you.
Yes.
Now you had
so if I get up from a machine and somebody sits down there and bam, that really irritates me. I mean, because I set it up.
Wait a minute. Are you one that would get up from a machine and then watch that machine to see what the other person does?
Well, no, but I might be in the vicinity. Yeah, I might not have gone very far. And then all of a sudden,
this machine is cold. I'm going to the one right over here, and then you see somebody win.
Some dude sits down, and
you feel like you warmed it up for him?
Of course I did.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, good for them. You know, spend it wisely.
Mm-hmm. You know,
jerks. Well, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
You really did. Joe's never happy for anybody but Joe.
Well, it starts there for sure. No question.
Oh, my goodness. You think about the college football that's happening this weekend, and it starts with the conference championship games. Tomorrow night, we've got the Pac-12 championship game. The Blitz live tomorrow out at the Roo Pub, 281 and at Redland Road to get you ready for conference championship weekend. And then, of course, you know, we'll find out about the playoffs, all the bowl assignments. Where is UTSA going? Where is Texas? All that kind of stuff. But it's also coach movement season, all the different coaches that are changing jobs, including a good friend of the show, Jake Spavital. Spav is now the offensive coordinator at Baylor.
Just took that job we saw. Now, he was the offensive coordinator somewhere. Where was he, Jason?
He was at Cal.
At Cal. So he's coming back home, coming back to Texas. And, of course, you might recall he had spent about 5 minutes at Texas State. I think it was just a season there or two,
he was head coach at Texas State for a couple years. Never could turn it around. Really kind of screwed some things up.
That's a hard place to turn things around.
Although G.J. Kinney, now granted, G.J. Kinney had benefited portal and money to turn things around. But, you know, I mean, he was at A&M and kind of made his bones and, you know, went out west. And there was like with Will Stein leaving UTSA to go out west, there was a big movement, Eric Morris going to Washington State, of the Pac-12 schools hiring and spending good money to get the offensive minds from Texas to start running that offense out west. But with the Pac-12 kind of, going away, you're seeing a lot of those guys leave and Spavital coming back to the Big 12. And knowing Jake, the idea, all right, I'm going to Baylor because, you know, Aranda's given up total control of the offense, and he's going to focus on the defense.
He's going to be on the hot seat.
He might only be there a year, and if the offense does well, maybe Jake could slide into that head coaching job, or, you know, when, you know, other jobs become open, you know, maybe he's in position to do that. I like the move for Spav to be able to do that. Now, nothing on the Houston coaching front over the last 24 hours that
other
is different.
Than our good buddy Joseph Duarte just tweeted out a few minutes ago that Gary Patterson had a conversation with Houston, but no formal interview. So I'm going to take that as that Patterson's not necessarily interested in getting back into the coaching realm, at least with the University of Houston. So I think it's still between Fritz and Traylor, quite honestly.
And if it's between Fritz and Traylor and they haven't made an announcement yet, I'm leaning towards Willie Fritz.
Could be.
Waiting till after their championship game on Saturday.
Yeah.
If it was Jeff Traylor, they could have already had the press conference.
They could have done that already. So
I do believe Jeff Traylor is working every angle to get things for UTSA should he stay. And so maybe there's a bit of a hold up there. But if Houston is offering, I kind of figure if it's Jeff Traylor, it happens by tomorrow. If it's not Jeff Traylor, Willie Fritz gets announced as soon as their championship game is over or Sunday. You go back and I'll take you through the whole Eric Morris situation. He was at UIW coaching through the playoffs, and had they won that playoff game at Sam Houston, he might not have left for Washington State because he wasn't going to leave his team in the middle of that national championship run. They lost, offer was on the table, and before they got back to San Antonio, it was out that he was leaving for Pullman. So I got to believe if it's Willie, it's done, and it will be announced as soon as the championship game is over for Tulane. If it's Jeff Traylor, I would think that we would already know, and they would already be organizing a press conference.
Yeah,
so that's my gut right now.
Well, I mean, because the portal opens up, right, on December the 1st.
On Monday.
Or Monday.
Monday.
So it's not the 1st, but whatever Monday is. The 4th?
Yeah. Or the 3rd.
Yeah, whatever.
Or the 2nd.
No, it would be.
Or whatever.
I think that would be the 4th.
Look, we all have devices in front of us with the calendar. It's Monday.
Okay, it's Monday.
Yeah.
The portal opens up. They'd like to have a head coach in place and ready to go by then. I have to agree with you. Unfortunately for Jeff Traylor, it sounds that way, but you never know. It is just Thursday. I mean, that announcement could be made today or tomorrow, and Traylor would be off to Houston. I don't know, but going to be interesting to see. And again, I'm not saying that Gary Patterson's out. It just sounded like they had a conversation. He didn't want an interview, or they didn't want to interview him. Well, and he could be out of the mix.
I think some of the conversations lead up to the interview. Is it worth our time to have an interview?
Right.
Conversation. What are parameters? What are you looking for? Because with Jeff Traylor, we don't really know if he's had 2 interviews or if he had a conversation that led to an interview. Although Joseph Duarte, who covers the University of Houston for the Houston Chronicle on the Blitz the other day, described that interview as a home run.
He did.
But then it comes into the finances with the $7 million buyout of Jeff Traylor's contract, where Willie Fritz's buyout is about $1 million. So
that makes a difference because they had to pay Dana Holgorsen $14 million. Buyout, something to that effect. So.
Dana at one point said, "My buyout's too big to get fired."
Well,
guess what? Here's $15 million not to work.
Well, $15 million for Tillman Fertitta is like you and me carrying around $40 in our pocket.
I don't think it's that high. I think $15 million to Tillman would be about like $350 to us.
Maybe so. Point being, he's got plenty of money. If they wanted to hire Jeff Traylor, I don't think the $7 million would be an issue for that school. So it remains to be seen. We'll see, but there's got to be an announcement here pretty soon. You would think. Even I can't imagine that if it is Fritz, that you're going to be able to keep that quiet all the way through the weekend.
It's been quiet to this point.
It has,
and then the other thing that those that really get into the weeds on this kind of stuff, who are the agents involved? Do they have the same agent? Blah 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 blah. Who has changed agents? How all of that works? I mean, we'll see. Now, Bobby Petrino seemed to have a new job at Arkansas before he was actually fired at Texas A&M. Mike Elko knew that Bobby Petrino wasn't going to stick around, and he's trying to put his staff together. And they're trying to keep some guys. Other guys are already gone. But Bobby Petrino goes back to Arkansas, and I don't get it. I mean, the way he embarrassed Arkansas, everything that went on there, I am surprised he's back. And they had to make some sort of president of the university exception without or with just cause that like he did, because the volleyball player that he was with,
25-year-old. Yeah.
I mean, and
the motorcycle accident.
Well, it was the motorcycle accident, which is how we found out that he was dating a 25-year-old volleyball player, that he got a job within the football department. But whatever. I mean, you know exactly what kind of guy this is. You can certainly question his character. Yet, when you get fired with cause, you're not eligible for rehire without the president of the university making an exception. And then I see, Sam Pittman, who is fortunate, I guess, to still have a job as the head coach at Arkansas. Looks like he's been forced Bobby Petrino, just like Jimbo Fisher was forced Bobby Petrino. Bobby Petrino, in doing an interview after taking the new job at Arkansas, it really sounds like Jimbo welcomed him and his offensive philosophy with open arms.
Put in the offense that I know. And this past season, I went into A&M and Jimbo wanted to keep his terminology, and I didn't sleep for months. It was hard. It was studying every night, trying to figure this out. Why are we calling it this way? But I have an offense that I'm very familiar with and understand inside and out, and calling it will be much easier and going quicker. And the players are going to have to work hard at understanding it, but we'll have a processed approach to installing it and learning it. And we'll get it installed 3 times. And psychologists say if you learn something 3 times, you better have it. So we'll expect them by kickoff to have it down and have it ready to go.
All right.
Now
you got to learn it 3 times.
Well, I mean, that's normal. I get that.
I guess.
But I've always thought this was interesting. If you're a new offensive coordinator coming in, do you try to adjust to what your players already know so there isn't this massive learning curve? Or, so you have one person, you, learning something new? Or do you make a whole bunch of 18, 19, 20-year-olds try to learn something? Jimbo said, all right, you're my offensive coordinator, do your thing, but here's the plays we're going to run. Here's what they're called. You better learn it, Bobby Petrino.
Well, I mean, you have to do what the head coach says, but I think you're tying Petrino's hands behind his back if you do that. You got to let him, if you're going to hire this guy as the offensive coordinator, you got to let him come in and do what he does. Put his offenses. They're 18, 19-year-old kids. All right, they can learn this stuff. It's not and I'm sure it's not all that different. But I mean, if you're going to hire this guy, I think you got to you turn the offense over to him and say, all right, you're the offensive guru. You do what you do, and we'll figure it out from there.
And I realize it's a lot more complicated than what I'm about to say. But in reality, if the play is, 21 formation and you're going to run to the left, why does that have to have 48 different names depending on who the offensive coordinator is?
So Jim Harbaugh doesn't steal your signs. You got to have a bunch of trick stuff. That's why.
I mean, but they're all the same plays. It's just called something different.
Well, sure.
And there might be a different wrinkle in all of it. I mean, I just saw a burger and fries going by. Well, a bunch of restaurants have burgers and fries, but they all might be a little bit different. But it's still burger and fries no matter where you go. Right?
You got to have your twist on it, though.
Yeah.
Right? So, look, I don't think it's all that different to your point, but I think that, if Jimbo didn't let Petrino do what he did or does.
Well, Jimbo didn't want him there.
Well, no, he didn't want him
Jimbo
there.
made his life hell is what that sounded like.
And here's the problem is Jimbo doesn't give a damn because he's getting paid, $25,000 a day or whatever the hell it is?
It's $1,000 an hour.
Is that what it is?
I think the math works out to something like that, to not work. I mean, I do think, and it's fair to say, well, what does he care? He's getting paid. He's a competitor.
Sure.
Nobody wants to get fired. The $75 million to go away, that just makes it that much more soothing.
Yeah, he wanted to, dude. I would dance out the door if somebody was going to buy me out for $75 million. I would dance. I would sing.
Coach O over at LSU. You're going to pay me how much to leave? I'll even leave my stuff.
Exactly.
Show me the door.
Show me the door. I'm going to get out of here. I'll ride the bus. I'll get a bus ticket. I'll call an Uber. Take the car, too.
You're not right. Howdy.
All that money.
Howdy. Here we go.
Howdy, money.
Uh-huh. Cowboys, Seahawks tonight. Come watch it with us. We're live on this Thursday at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House, 1604 near I-10. Great pizza, cold beer with our friends from Flight by Yingling. They've got lots of great prizes that they're going to give away over the course of the show. There are some coolers over there, gym bags, T-shirts, some cool koozies, some hats, some some cold weather gear, a Nick cap that Joe is eyeing because he's going to need that in a couple weeks when we're in Boston
I like that, yes.
for the Army-Navy game. Come hang out with us on this Thursday at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House in the South Rim on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's almost that time. Home for the holidays. Get your mortgage or rent paid for an entire year. Increase your chance of winning by also getting your friends entered socially. Make this holiday season the best ever. Just visit sasportstar.com and get signed up. One national winner could win up to $18,000 and pay their rent or mortgage in 2024. Official rules and sign up at sasportstar.com.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. DayQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
O'Reilly! You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Oh, I love this restaurant. Glad we got a table quickly.
What does that sign say?
Caution, wet floor?
No, right next to it.
If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Over the past decade, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those three massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. Football, basketball, all the UFC fights. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Celebrating 10 years in business, the Roo Pub is next to the Angry Elephant there at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo. If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online, mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
They're local, they're San Antonio, and they know sports. They're R&R in the morning, KTFM Floresville, and SASportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Spurs return to action after a 3-day layoff. They welcome in DeJounte Murray and the Atlanta Hawks. 7 o'clock tip-off tonight. Spurs riding that 12-game losing skid. Wemby is listed as questionable for tonight's ball game. And, of course, the Cowboys, they look to continue their home dominance. They welcome in the Seattle Seahawks into Jerry World. Thursday Night Football. You catch it all right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, starting at 6.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix on this Thursday game day. Here we go. Cowboys Seahawks tonight. We're live at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House.
Here we go.
I-10 area. The South Rim.
South Rim. Don't confuse that with the North Rim.
I don't know that
or
there
just
is a North
the rim.
Yeah, they got the rim and then you got the South Rim.
Well, why couldn't there be the North Rim? That's the North Rim.
They haven't built it yet.
Well, that's the North Rim.
No, that's just the rim.
So the North Rim's going to be on the other side of the regular rim?
If they have land and want to put another shopping center up, yeah.
Well, this one, it's got some cool places in it, including Perry's Pizza.
Absolutely. And the pizza here is fantastic.
It is awesome.
If you're watching on YouTube, and I hope you are, go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Because over my left shoulder, you can see Greg Shelton devouring what was left of our pizza. Now, it's hard to get Greg Shelton to smile in general. But I did see Shelton smile as he was eating our pizza. And now he's playing with his food. I don't know if he can hear us because he's literally at another table right now. But he is wearing a white shirt. And it won't be it won't be white very long. But I mean, some of you guys out there that are so damn talented, you might be able to screen grab a smile off of Greg Shelton. Now, that won't count in a future selfie contest. But, you know, there's things that you don't do in radio, and that's eat while you're on the air.
Well, now, Shelton doesn't give a damn. Look at him.
But he doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything. And in the comments, I would like for you to describe what it looks like watching Greg Shelton eat over my left shoulder. Because as I look up, we're doing the show, and I know, you know, we had a wonderful pizza for lunch. It was fantastic. And we left what was left on the table with Greg. And Greg must have decided that was fair game.
Yeah.
He might not have realized, well, are they saving that for a little bit later?
Nah. No, well, I actually told him he could have it. Did you want some?
Well, you know, it's a good thing we're at a pizza joint where they can make more.
Yeah, they can make more.
My wife will be here later is what we're doing for dinner.
Sure.
So, yeah, I just like all of a sudden, you know, over my shoulder, I see Greg Shelton eating my pizza.
Yeah, he's eating it. It's delicious. That is well, the one we had today was like all meat.
All meats.
It had all the meats on it.
And by the way, the bacon on an all-meat pizza is very important. And the bacon on the pizza here at Perry's is top-notch. I would like to just get a plate of their bacon. It was that good.
Well, it was good, but I mean, pepperoni. It had the Canadian bacon or ham or whatever you want to call it.
Canadian bacon.
Little sausage. Some bacon.
Real bacon.
Yeah, it was good.
Good strip bacon.
It was delicious.
It was fantastic.
Well, you should have eaten more when you had the opportunity.
Well, I mean, I should have.
You should have.
I eat till I'm full, and then I eat again a little bit later,
Well,
which was my plan, except for Greg Shelton is eating my pizza. I am glad, Joe Ryan-Eggle, that you gave Greg Shelton my pizza.
I did.
Not your pizza, my pizza.
Well, I did. I mean, he looked hungry. He had a sad look on his face.
He always looks hungry.
Sad look on his face, and I felt sorry for him. And then you made him change everything with only about 15 minutes to go, and he got things done.
Well, he did a crappy job to start with. I mean, he did the laziest setup job that an engineer could do.
Well, what else is new?
And I'm not going to stand for that.
What else is new?
I mean, and now we reward him with pizza.
Man. Well, yeah, you're welcome, Shelton.
Absolutely, you're welcome. It's a good thing we could get more.
Rudolph Gonzalez on our YouTube channel says, so that's what grumpy-ass Shelton looks like.
Well, Rudolph, if you had come to some of our live events, you could meet and have a conversation with Greg.
Yeah, it's fascinating, too, to have a conversation with Shelton.
As soon as I said that, I realized.
That's not going to get anybody out here.
It's like eating Brussels sprouts.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, give you gas.
If you're trying to get folks out here to Perry's, which you should be coming out here.
Yeah.
Don't. Shelton won't bother you. He doesn't bite.
He does. If you're, just don't get close enough. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe and comment on what you think of Greg's wonderful eating on video and smiling.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Ryan says he didn't even want to set up a table. He put you in a booth. Well, that's the configuration here at Perry's. If you come in, it's like a big slice of pizza. And so we knew we were going to be in a booth. I thought we were going to be in a different booth.
I guess you're right. I never thought of that.
What do you mean you never thought of that?
Well, I never thought of that. It does kind of look like a pizza over here.
I mean, you've never thought of that? How many times have you been in this place?
Dude, I don't walk into a place and say, oh, wow, this place looks like a pizza.
Have you sat at that bar there? You ever wondered why it's a big triangle?
No.
Yeah, you didn't?
I haven't. I have not. I've wondered if they have Flight by Yingling on draft. They do.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Oh, yeah.
How do I care if it looks like a pizza?
I'm glad you pay attention.
I don't care. I bet that's genius designed by them. Somebody's paying attention.
So, yeah, we're in a booth. We're sitting across from each other instead of side by side.
We haven't got our milkshake yet.
We're not getting one.
No malt?
Or a plate of spaghetti to share. I mean, we're not going to do that. And we could be outside, but it was raining earlier, so we've cozied into a nice booth.
But it's not raining anymore. It's beautiful, and you need
Do you really think grumpy-ass Greg Shelton is going to go try to set everything up outside now that it's not raining?
No.
So we're in a booth.
Sure.
We're in a booth for two.
That's right.
I mean, Greg is done for the day until he's got to tear everything down after he finishes eating all the pizza.
Well, you know what was a miserable thought that I was going to have to squeeze in on the side where Shelton is sitting.
Well, that's what was going to happen.
That
until
was
I
what
said,
was
no,
gonna
I think we need to
Holy cow.
take over another booth.
Yeah, that
and
would
you're going to say, oh, you made Shelton reset everything. Well, because I looked at what he did and said, this ain't going to work. I had you in mind, my friend.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you had me in mind.
Well, really, it was Greg Shelton because he wants to sit on the end for whatever reason. You know, it's kind of like
in case
those
he has
that
to
need
make a quick getaway.
Well, that's what he said. But as often as you're going to pee during a show, he would get too much exercise if you were sitting next to each other.
That's absolutely
because we
true.
know Greg isn't getting up.
He does. He gets up.
Yeah.
I think I told him the first time, you either get up or you're going to have wet pants.
What?
'Cause I'm going to be just like a dog.
Oh.
Being on his leg.
I thought you were exciting Greg for some reason by sitting next to him. Wasn't sure where you were going with that. Let's
who
do
knows?
the headline blitz.
I don't know.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
For those of you that love spring football, the XFL-USFL merger has been approved by federal regulators, according to the Sports Business Journal. So the two spring leagues are going to be able to merge. They're going to debut, whatever it's going to be called, on March 30th. Not known yet how many teams are going to participate in the combined league, each team had 8. I don't think all 16 are going to be a part of the new spring league, whatever it's going to be called. I do believe San Antonio will be one. Couple of reasons. They have the best lease agreement with the stadium out of either of the two leagues. They both love San Antonio with what they did with the Commanders and, hell, what the Brahmas did last year. So San Antonio, I do anticipate to be a part of the mix. I don't know about some of the other cities, but March 30th, because I was, if they followed what had been, they would have to start in February. And like the Alliance started a week after the Super Bowl, and the XFL kind of followed that model. The USFL was a little bit later in the spring. And if they're starting in March, it truly is a spring league. Because I can tell you, when I was with the Commanders and the Alliance, we called it a spring league, but it was freaking winter football. I mean, we were going to some places where it was stupid cold outside in late February.
Well, and it makes sense to do that. I mean, let the NFL season get over with, and you just by the time you're missing football, it comes back, and you're ready to go. I think that's genius.
Well,
I like that setup a lot better than I do getting started the week after the Super Bowl and doing it. This is much better, and San Antonio will be in the mix, and hopefully this league will work.
And much better, it depends. I mean, because the idea of starting a week after Super Bowl, you have your full season. It's over right as the draft is happening, so some of those guys can get signed by teams.
That's their problem.
Well, I mean, they're all trying to get to the NFL.
That's their problem.
They're all trying to get to the NFL.
That's their problem. It's all about what we want and when football should start.
March 30th.
March 30th.
March 30th.
So they're going to have to play through the draft.
Yeah.
Well,
and we've seen like Kevontae Turpin and some of those others that, have played.
Brandon Aubrey?
Brandon Aubrey. Oh, yeah, USFL guy.
Champion, by the way.
Champion.
What
team?
Yeah. I have no clue. I just know he was a champion. Yeah, that team.
Yeah. Well, you did such a good job scouting, huh?
I did. I just knew he was a champion.
Uh-huh. Deion Sanders, he won 4 games this year, but he wins Sports Illustrated's Sports Person of the Year.
And this is going to sound harsh. I like Deion. I like his message. I really do. But it's time to put Deion in perspective. In my mind. Okay. I mean, he won 3 games early on when nobody knew what the hell they were getting into. And then he won 1 game the rest of the way. I like his message. I like the discipline, the way he does that. But now guys are running like rats off a ship at Colorado. And so I don't know. I just want to put him in perspective because I hear this from people all the time. Oh, A&M, they got to go get Deion. And I'm going, well, why?
Well,
what has Deion done?
And I think win-loss aside, how he transformed a program and the attention he brought to is why he's winning this award. It wasn't wins and losses because the jokes are out there. Who was second? Sam Pittman, Jimbo Fisher. I mean, everybody's kind of piling on because it's not about wins, losses. It's what you're able to do. And I think what he has shown is he's a good old school style coach that holds his players accountable. And that's refreshing for some. Other people are turned off by Deion and his style. But when it comes to coaching and how he holds those players accountable, it's impressive.
I like it, but let's not put him as the next coming of, Vince Lombardi, as people were trying to do. I mean, they're trying to, Deion Sanders is the greatest coach that ever lived. He may turn into that. But, I mean, let's just, let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Huh. I mean, Colorado was humbled.
See, that's why we like to do in this microwave society that we're in. We like to anoint everybody. You're the greatest or you're the worst or you're this or you're that. And Deion, it was his turn in the microwave, and we anointed him the greatest coach in the history of greatest coaches.
I don't think anybody did that.
I think they did.
He was named Sportsman of the Year by Sports Illustrated.
Exactly.
Yeah. That doesn't mean he's the greatest coach of all time or Vince Lombardi. It really doesn't. I'm a DirecTV guy.
Yeah.
Still. I bought the YouTube thing. DirecTV has done a lot of things to try to push me away, and they keep lowering my bill to keep me. Now they're in a spat with Tegna.
which is Channel 5 here in San Antonio, by the way.
A guy that used to write paychecks to Joe Ryan.
Yes.
If you watch CBS, like watching the Texans game the other day, it keeps scrolling up, pissing me off because their scroll is massive, right? There was it AT&T, Uverse, and DirecTV. I think today, 7 o'clock, CBS is gone.
And Fox and NBC, all of it.
What?
It's not just CBS.
I thought it was.
It's DirecTV, so they will take the entire channel away. And the way I understand it, it's a whole bunch of them.
Well, that's only Tegna stations. In San Antonio, it only affects CBS, right? Because
that's a good point. Yes.
Yeah. So in other cities where Tegna has an
yes,
ABC
yes.
or NBC, but in San Antonio, if you're listening online and watching in another part of the country, who knows? But here it's CBS, which could affect your football. And the Cowboys have a game coming up on CBS, which could be affected.
Yeah, the Buffalo game, I think, right?
Yeah. So my question, though, if I've got the YouTube thing and the game gets blacked out locally on YouTube, if Tegna's not available, will I still get it on YouTube?
I doubt it. I don't know the answer to that.
And I'll say what I say with all of these things. Bunch of freaking suits screwing over the customer every damn time.
Well, that's absolutely true. But at the same time, I have to, DirecTV gets money from you every month.
They do.
They get nothing. Ken's TV gets nothing from them. So they have to pay Ken's TV for the right to broadcast Ken's TV. And so that's the argument every time. So now Ken's TV, or Tegna in this case, wants a little more of a piece of the pie.
Sure. I get how it works. As a customer, I'm still screwed. I mean, when you were drawing a paycheck from those guys, you probably thought a little bit differently because, nothing like negotiating your contract with the boss. And I was like, well, but if we don't get this DirecTV money, Joe, we're going to have to make cuts.
Never heard that, but I mean, it could have come to that, right?
Yeah. Do we have one less weather person?
Maybe you should think about DirecTV and go somewhere else.
Well, but that's the thing. If I switch to DirecTV, Dish, I mean, they
already got their deal worked out, so you're fine.
And for the next 2 or 3 years, however long that deal is. I mean, everybody goes through this every time. Every time customers get screwed. That's the bottom line. Speaking of the Spurs, if you're a Dish customer, you still can't watch them on Bally because they've been in a 5-year fight, it feels like.
Although, thank God Bally's going away.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about it.
And I don't even know what they're going to replace them with, but it's got to be better.
Can't be any worse.
And maybe when they get better and get a better broadcast partner, then the Spurs will be better because they haven't been good. Maybe Wemby doesn't play tonight for another first for Wemby. We'll explain next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you are shopping for a new vehicle, you need to go see my friends at Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado complex. Very easy for me to tell you about and recommend Ancira because I am a longtime Ancira customer, and it's because of their great customer service before, during, and most importantly, after the sale. That great customer service is why Ancira has been a top family-run dealership in San Antonio for decades. And Price made Ancira number one. Price keeps Ancira number one. So think Ancira. Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado complex on I-10 West between Wurzbach and Huebner.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Thursday night football. The Cowboys welcome the Seahawks for a primetime tilt at 6 p.m.
Prescott with a quarterback option, running to the right, spilled into the end zone, touchdown Prescott.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
There we go.
Here comes the Sandman,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Adam Sandler.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The I Missed You Tour.
Should we clap along? I'm going to play guitar a little bit for you.
Adam Sandler, live.
Take him away!
Frost Bank Center, December 7th.
All right, let's lose that. I hate it. Sorry.
Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Twin Peaks is honoring the pursuit of brews and barrel-aged bourbon every Friday at the Bourbon and Brews Party. Get to Twin Peaks from 5 to 7 p.m. every Friday to experience a lingerie costume party paired with exceptional bourbons, tastings, and giveaways. Cheers from Twin Peaks.
Hi, this is Bob Webster from my friends at Connecticut. Does your water have you seeing spots? I mean, literally. Are your glasses and dishware coming out of your dishwasher not as clean as you would like? Well, you don't need to change your dishwasher. That won't do any good. You need to change your water. You know, Connecticut's the only system that I've recommended for years, and it just for so many good reasons. I mean, our hard water here in South Texas leaves your dishes spotted, and worse still, you're probably drinking a lot of chemicals that they put in the dishwashing detergents these days. Get your water cleaned up by calling Chris Canepa and his team over at Connecticut. They will fix your water. They will literally get you off the bottle. Wouldn't it be nice to have good, clean, pure drinking water right out of the tap? Well, that's what Connecticut is all about. If you'd like to learn more about the best water softener in South Texas, you just call Connecticut at 656-PURE. That's 656-PURE, or visit them online at ConnecticutSA.com.
ConnecticutSA.com. As the weather gets colder, the NFL offers Stay Hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/win and kick off the NFL season. That's FanDuel.com/win. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
Must be 21 plus in President State where lawful to wager. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino LLC. First online real money wager only $5 pregame moneyline wager required. First online real money wager only $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG in Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona, 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana, 1-800-522-4700. Visit KSGamblingHelp.com in Kansas, 1-877-770-STOP in Louisiana. Visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia or call 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming. Help is here. Visit gamblinghelpma.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
Friday on R&R in the morning. Man, it's a reaction day. We're looking at the Cowboys. How did they do coming against the Seahawks? Did the Spurs finally eke out a win? And, of course, we'll be talking about it all with R.J. Ochoa, Vlogging the Boys, and Todd Archer. Now back to the Blitz. Spurs wins and losses, Cowboys wins and losses, and the Blitz eating pizza. Sounds pretty good, man. Make sure you take that mic cover off because I don't want it smelling like pepperoni anymore.
Not sure what Rob was saying there.
I'm not either. Are we? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I hear music.
I think.
That sounds like that old AOL. Remember that? You've got mail. Ding bong.
I don't know what you guys are hearing on the air, but what we were hearing in our ears didn't sound normal.
No, not at all.
You know,
not at all.
It was enough to make Greg Shelton put the pizza down and try to figure out what was going on, which is always interesting. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star out at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House, 1604 near I-10 in the South Rim. It was nasty earlier, rainy, drizzly. It's looking fantastic outside.
It is beautiful
So
outside.
come hang out with us. Their patio is lovely. Inside, it's fantastic. Get a nice, cozy booth with us. And there's room with Greg Shelton if you want to hang out with him. More importantly, the bar area, it's called Tap House for a reason. And they do have Flight by Yingling here. And we've got lots of prizes from Yingling. So come hang out with us. Get ready for Thursday night football. Cowboys and Seahawks. And you have Spurs and Hawks tonight. And for the first time in his NBA career, Wemby shows up on an injury report.
He is questionable tonight. I think it was something to do with his hip.
Yeah.
And there was even in the report an illness, so maybe he's got a little bit of a some sort of a bug.
Sick
as well.
of losing?
Something like, I think we all have that bug when it comes to the Spurs. But it'd be interesting to see if he plays tonight or if Pop shuts him down for tonight's game. DeJounte Murray returning to the Alamo City. Will he get booed tonight? He's not a guy that people would boo,
No,
right?
they wouldn't boo him, but don't you do it because Pop's going to get mad at you if you do. Right hip tightness is what they listed for Wemby.
Uh-huh.
Now,
not sure what that means, but
well, what I'm curious when I have no idea. But tell me if this makes any kind of sense. Of all the injuries that you would think Wemby would have, right hip tightness is not one of them because he is so flexible. He is, I mean, when you look at some of his warm-up things and the different stretches that he does, I mean, the Gumby effect, if you will, I just can't imagine that anything on that would be what's tightened up. And then how do you loosen it? Because he's just, flexibility is not an issue with that guy.
Well, maybe that's the problem, Jason. He can't put his foot behind his head today, so his hip is tight. I don't know. It just sounds like, although they've had 3 days off, I can't imagine anybody's tired.
No, it's not tired, and there's also illness. It says injury, illness, right hip tightness.
Yeah.
So I don't know if do they put injury, illness? I don't know if illness has anything to do with it because same thing with Jeremy Sohan, left knee soreness. So his knee hurts.
Both of them are game time decisions, we understand, so we'll see.
Yeah,
but it sounds like Sohan's better off than Wemby at this point in time, at least for playing tonight.
I just, at this point of the season, he doesn't need a night off. He doesn't need a night off at home by any stretch of the means. And I just look, I don't know. I mean, as bad as it's been, I mean, when you look at a team that is 3-14 and Atlanta is about a 500 team that at 8-9, Pop saying the other day, 3 days off is the worst. He wants those guys playing. I'm not sure why, because it doesn't look like they're coaching and improving in all of these games. So, I mean, go to practice, do something. I just, this losing streak, this slide, and the way they are doing it is just so damn frustrating as a fan. And honestly, if you're at a place like Perry's tonight where you've got the Cowboys on and you've got the Spurs on, you might keep half an eye on what's going on in the Spurs game until the Cowboys have a pretty sizable lead, or maybe you're not even paying attention to the Spurs at all tonight because you're just going to get mad at your television.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I thought that streak was going to come to an end when they played Memphis the other night.
Yeah, me too.
Because Memphis is horrible. Well, without Ja Morant, it didn't. Memphis wins that game. I don't even know what to expect from this team. I really don't. And that's what's sad. It's like, well, this guy's improving or this guy's getting better or I can see some progress there. The problem is, Jason, I don't see any progress anywhere. I mean, they are a worse basketball team this year than they ever thought about being last year when they were trying to lose. And that's the frustrating part about it.
I mean, in reality, as you sit here, I mean, we're 17 games in. And I think historically the Spurs like to evaluate every 20 games. That's a quarter of the season. So you're 3 games away from a report card time or a progress report, if you will. But watching games, have you consistently seen improvement from anybody?
No.
Not one. I mean, it's not like you can say, well, man, Devin is doing this or Trey Jones or Zach Collins or, I mean, Wemby has flashes. They all have flashes, but consistent 4 quarters worth of basketball as a team, yeah, they're awful. But even individually, I'm not seeing something like, all right, man, I see something there. And that starts at point guard. I mean, and I know that, they were talking yesterday and Wemby said all the right things, like, he's still on board with Jeremy a point as he's trying to learn the thing and all of that. I mean, do I expect Wemby to come out and sound like the general manager yet? No, I got to give him a year. He's not going to do that 17 games into the season. He does say all the right things, but I do look at what the Spurs are doing and not seeing any growth. I'm not individually and certainly not as a team that, this is coming along. This is coming along like we could last year when they were trying to lose games.
Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell last year looked like the players that you wanted them to look like and the players that you thought. And that's why I really thought that this year Keldon Johnson was going to take off. I really thought this was the year that he was going to be the guy, take control of this team, be the leader that the Spurs needed. And he's had some good games, but consistently he hasn't. Devin Vassell's another one. I mean, Devin Vassell, the thing, when he's on the court, he's pretty good. Problem is he injury prone? I mean, the guy has missed a few games this year. I don't know. I mean, it's frustrating because everybody to a man, including myself, thought, look, this team is going to be better than they were last year with the addition of Wemby. Are they not figuring out how to play with this guy? Has that thrown them for a loop, at least early on? I don't know, but something's wrong.
Well, and there is. I mean, the fact that they are 0-8 at the Frostbank Center.
Yeah.
They have not won a game in that building since the name change.
Uh-oh. We got something going on there?
Well, it's a whole new meaning to icebox. It's a whole new meaning to frost.
It is.
I just look at all of it, and it's just frustrating because right now, I don't know, when you're watching, you could say, all right, there it is. Can we bottle that up and improve on it? I mean, you got to go all the way back to the Phoenix games, right? And why I mean, why? I mean, it's the billion-dollar question. I mean, but there's just not a whole lot to grasp onto at this point and in the observation phase of Project Wemby.
Can't. And what's weird is that it's sad because even you can see now watching games, empty seats. And the Wemby effect, when they first got it, you thought, man, this place is going to be packed every single night.
They were doing a Black Friday, Cyber Monday,
that's
50%
what I'm saying.
Off deal.
And so now, I mean, people, it's like, why go? I mean, look, I don't care. You could be on board with the team rebuilding and getting their stuff together and preparing for the future. And I still believe that that's where the Spurs will go. I think Wemby they'll eventually figure out, get some players around him that will do that. But why would you want to go watch a team play right now when you know most likely they're going to get rolled by 20 or 30?
I mean, in tonight's game, you get to choose. Stay home or go somewhere and watch the Cowboys, or go watch a Spurs team that may or may not have Wemby.
Well, and that's their problem tonight. I mean, you're up against the Cowboys tonight, and that's a big deal. Now, this is the start of a back-to-back for the Spurs. They go to New Orleans tomorrow night to play the Pelicans, but that's a big problem for them because, you may have an eye on it. You come out here to Perry's Pizzeria, and you're watching the Cowboys, and they got the Spurs on in the corner. You may turn and see what the score is from. You're not paying attention to that.
No.
You're paying attention to the Cowboys-Seahawks tonight.
And if Wemby doesn't play and they play well and go win, could that be a bigger problem for Greg Popovich? Something to think about. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star out at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House, 1604 near I-10 with our friends from Flight by Yingling. Come hang out, get some pizza, get some cold beer, maybe win some prizes from Yingling, and get ready for tonight's Cowboys-Seahawks game with us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's R&R in the morning.
R&R in the morning. It is Football Fridays, and we'll be joined by NFL insider Todd Archer. Also, RJ Ochoa, Mr. Blogging the Boys himself.
Did the Spurs win? And it's championship weekend. We'll set the table for a full college football weekend and try to figure out when the Spurs get another, if they got one. Don't be late. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you're rolling Charmin, ultra soft on the potty. This is more, so roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistible, soft and hella nice. The cream is always soft. It's our party vibe. She's crying and so what chicks feel like. So what? Everybody wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
It's Macy's Friends and Family Sale. Take an extra 30% off gift ideas from designers they'll love and 15% off beauty, skincare, and fragrance gift sets when you use your coupon or Macy's card. That's on top of great deals like women's holiday dresses, $150 and under. Plus, shop the season's hottest toys from Monster High, Discovery, and more, 10 to 50% off. Download the free Macy's app for more savings at Macy's. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Wendy's Peppermint Frosty and Frosty Cream Cold Brew make the perfect gift for anyone in your life, especially for you. Yeah, this year you're sitting on your own lap and getting yourself what you want. Finally. And now every day this season, unlock 20% off your total when you get any small, medium, or large Frosty in the Wendy's app. So order something from your own wish list this year.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's with app offer and registration. Applies to menu items only. Taxes and fees excluded.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket, just like our customer Jaron.
I'm the singer and guitarist in a band, and I use my Cricket phone for everything. It's basically like another band member.
Don't miss a single beat. Switch today and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer paid for testimonial. Must bring your number to Cricket on up to a $60 a month voice plan depending on device. Select models only while supplies last. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Tease the season at Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for holiday specials this year. Featuring the Callaway Paradigm Woods, forged carbon for unparalleled distance and forgiveness. Now up to $100 off. And from Bushnell, the new Tour V6 Series laser rangefinders provide you the most accurate distances in golf. There's always gift cards in any amount for the special golfer you're shopping for. Edwin Watts Golf Shops is home with a 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Shop us in store or online at worldwidegolf.com.
Hey folks, Steve Brent's here at beautiful Winans Creek Ranch in Bandera, inviting you to our holiday land sale event going on right now. It's the best time of the year to get an incredible deal on a gorgeous 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site here at Winans Creek. Take advantage of deep discounts and terrific bank and special below market seller financing. Plus, ask us about our closing cost bonus offers, saving you even more during our sale. Winans Creek features secluded private settings, spectacular 30-mile views, a gorgeous creekfront park, as well as paved roads, high-speed internet, electric, and more. Plus, Winans qualifies for low ag exempt taxes. The rush of the holidays will be here soon, but there's still time to get a great deal on your 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site you've always dreamed of. So come out and see me today at Winans Creek Ranch, and we'll help put together an incredible deal that will make your holidays bright. Give us a call at 866-952-6323 or go to WinansCreekRanch.com.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No. We tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our client's best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
It's almost that time. Home for the holidays. Get your mortgage or rent paid for an entire year. Increase your chance of winning by also getting your friends entered socially. Make this holiday season the best ever. Just visit sasportstar.com and get signed up. One national winner could win up to $18,000 and pay their rent or mortgage in 2024. Official rules and sign up at sasportstar.com.
Football blue when I fall through. A lot do not like us. We can take it to the next spot. They yelling like Prescott. Everybody like. There ain't no breaks, no rest stop. We trying to get your head chopped. The whole club yelling. Everybody. Everybody.
Here we go. Cowboys Seahawks tonight. Game you can listen to here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. The Cowboys broadcast with Brad Sham over on the ESPN AM 1250. You can hear the national broadcast brought to you by Flight by Yingling. And we're out here with Flight by Yingling at Perry's Pizzeria and at Tap House 1604 near I-10 in the South Rim, getting you ready for tonight's game. So come get some pizza, cold beer. Beautiful day. They've opened up that massive garage door out to the patio. Yeah, sit outside.
It's beautiful.
There's not many places on planet Earth where this time of year you can, on the last day in November, sit outside on the patio.
Wow,
and
it
enjoy
is
life.
The last day of November.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
last day of November.
Holy cow.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, and you know, it's interesting when you think about how well the Cowboys have been playing. And yes, they haven't played anybody. Oh, I can't wait to see them play a real team, right? I mean,
I can't.
I mean, so many people are like that. Watching national media types coming around giving Dak Prescott a ton of credit, which also means Mike McCarthy as a play caller and offensive coordinator should get a ton of credit.
He should.
Because Dak is playing maybe his best football. And even when you compare earlier this season to now, it's been pretty tremendous. This morning on R&R in the morning, the boys had KJ Wright on. He played for the Seahawks, doing radio now up in Seattle. And he played against Dak Prescott just a couple years ago, back in 2020. And Robin Rudy asked KJ Wright, what is the difference with Dak Prescott right now?
So we talked as a unit on defense. We all said, guys, let's stop Zeke. Let's stop Tony Pollard. Let's focus on the run game. If we put Dak in a 3rd and 7+ on a consistent basis, we stop these guys on 1st and 2nd down. Let's force Dak Prescott to beat us with simply his arm dropping straight back. We thought we had a really good chance of winning that ball game. When I watch Dak now, this guy is lighting guys up. This guy is a wizard when it comes to beating teams from the pocket. He's managing the game, getting the ball underneath to his tight ends, to his running backs in the screens, but he can get the ball 30, 40, 50 yards downfield at a very high level. And everybody is happy on this offense. The running game, the running backs are happy. CD is happy. Brandon Cooks is happy. And so he's playing lights out football. So watch his growth, especially after last year with all those interceptions he threw. He knew coming to this season, I have to be better protecting the football. So he's doing that, but he's also still being explosive. So he's playing lights out. I love what I'm seeing.
You can't argue with that. Look, he's playing lights out, but you could argue that with everything that he just said, we got to stop Zeke, we got to stop Tony Pollard. They don't have that this year. The running game is not there. So Dak is having to put this team on his back, basically, and run the offense. It's pass first. I don't care what Mike McCarthy said. It's pass first right now.
It's true, but here's what's funny. And when I heard that from KJ Wright this morning on R&R in the morning, and he said that was the 2020 game. So I looked up the box score from Cowboys Seahawks in 2020. Zeke Elliott had 14 carries for 34 yards. Tony Pollard didn't have a single carry. Dak Prescott was 37 of 57
for
God. 472 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and the Hawks won 38-31.
Wow.
I mean, and Russell Wilson threw for 315 and 5 touchdowns in that game. And I think one of the biggest differences, and I think that game really highlights so much of what's different about this Dallas Cowboys team. Dak Prescott is playing at an extremely high level, but that Cowboys defense is at a whole different level than what we're used to seeing. So if you're, I mean, for so many years of Dak's career, this was it. You had to try to outscore everybody else because you knew your defense wasn't going to get a stop. If I told you dude threw for damn near 500 yards and 3 touchdowns, well, how do they lose? 38-31. This year, you have the benefit of a great defense that creates turnovers, that scores, DaRon Bland. You don't have the running game, but you got high efficiency on the offensive side. So part of it is Dak is playing at a high level still, but winning more games because the defense isn't letting him down.
Well, and think about that. He throwing for 51 times.
57.
57.
Which should never happen.
That should never happen.
Dak's record when he throws more than 40 passes in a game is crap.
But look, they haven't. The only game that they've really been behind in where he had to throw the football was San Francisco. And they got behind against Arizona, but never far enough where they had to completely, get out of what they do. It's just that Arizona outlasted them back in the day. Seems like back in the day. So they haven't had to. Look, you get a big lead like they've had in a majority of their games since then. You can pretty much do what you want. What we're going to see when the season begins, and I'll say it's tonight, or you maybe want to go a little further and get into December, because that for me is the Cowboys season. That's going to say a lot about what this football team is and what it can be in the playoffs. And that's what we're going to see, how this thing reacts and how Dak is playing when he has to be and when it has to be on the spot. And that's when it starts.
No disagreement here. I mean, you look at the Cowboys record, and obviously, I mean, they're just beating the hell out of everybody because they played a bunch of bad teams. But everybody that they're beating, all these bad teams, their worst loss has been to the Dallas Cowboys. And I believe Mike McCarthy, when he says things like, it's not really about the opponent, it's about us, and I kind of look at, for an example, and they just got knocked out of the playoffs last week in a bit of a surprise, but this will help illustrate the point. Alamo Heights this year, they were in a weak district.
Yeah.
And they beat the crap out of everybody. Starters were on the bench in the third quarter, backups were playing, blah, blah, blah. And when the playoffs started, they were in some dogfights that they weren't used to being in, and now they're home. And so this gauntlet coming up for the Cowboys with the right mindset, because, I mean, do I expect them to win every game? No. Would I like them to? Of course. But the reality is I need to see the Cowboys not necessarily beat a good team, but be able to compete and be in a game in the fourth quarter when it matters. Not hearing stuff like, yeah, well, we hit all those turkey legs, but it was too early because we knew we were going to go get another one. and they could, because they could toy with Washington Thanksgiving. And tonight, the line, Vegas thinks, double-digit win for the Cowboys. Seahawks are going to show up in their throwback uniforms. And, but it's really, what are the Cowboys going to do? Offensively, Dak is in the MVP conversation. And if he plays like he does down the stretch and they win the majority of those games or all of them, he's going to end up winning MVP. And none of that matters if he's not playing in Las Vegas this year at the end of the year. I mean, you look at all these guys that put up big regular season numbers, and I'll point to Aaron Rodgers. And, yeah, he does have a Super Bowl. He won it in 2010. All these trips to the NFC Championship game that he lost at home. It doesn't matter anymore, dude. You got to go win a championship.
Well, but that gives you a little street cred, right? It gives you a little bit of breathing room. So if the Cowboys were able to go this year and win a Super Bowl, then I think the criticism for Dak wears off a little bit. And yeah, what you just said, yeah, he won a Super Bowl long time ago, guess what? He was deep in the playoffs pretty much all the time. Yeah, you lose those games, but they're there, and that's the difference when you're looking at a Dak Prescott right now, playing great football. But can he do it? That Philadelphia game is a great example. That's the Cowboys team you need to see when they play Philly again, when they go on the road to Buffalo and Miami. That's the team you need to see. Just cut out some of the goofy mistakes that they made. Because quite frankly, and I'm saying this out loud, they should have won that football game.
They should
have won that, but it was the dumb mistakes that they made down the stretch, and that happens too often for the Dallas Cowboys.
And I know, our microscope is on the Dallas Cowboys, but you look at the dumb mistakes that they made in that game. But at what point do you sit there and say, you know what? How much do you credit Philadelphia for forcing teams in to those dumb mistakes? Because that's the way Philly wins games.
It is, but
I mean, look. I mean, Dak stepped out.
Stepping out of bounds. Philly had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I mean, Buffalo runs. Gabe Davis goes out. Pass goes in. I mean, there's just something. There's always something. Tight end getting tackled on the inch line. There's but at some point, looking at the Cowboys, dude, how does that happen? Philadelphia has been doing that week in and week out, and you wonder, as they're walking that tight wire, at what point do they fall and the net's not there?
Well, I don't know. I think it's this weekend because I think they're going to lose this weekend to San Francisco. I think San Francisco wants to go into Philly and show them that they're the team to beat. They want to get revenge on what happened to them last year in the NFC Championship game. So I think this week, Philly goes down. I am confident that San Francisco is going to win that football game. Then you've got a pissed off Philly team coming into Dallas, and you're going to get it because, look, those two teams hate each other. Philly, Dallas hate each other.
They do.
Right? They hate each other. And a lot of things can be fixed or torn down depending on the result of that game. So Dallas is going to have an opportunity, at least from that point in the season. And I know Philly's schedule gets really easy after that. But from that point on, to be tied for the division lead if they take care of business tonight and they beat Philadelphia next week. Because I honestly expect San Francisco to win that game this Sunday.
And if that's the case, Philly would drop to 10-2. The Cowboys would be sitting at 9-3, assuming a win tonight. And that's, I hope that the Cowboys players don't have that mindset, that it's take care of business tonight, because all of us seem to be looking ahead to Philadelphia next week. Philadelphia can't because they know they've got San Francisco coming in, and the Cowboys playing on Thursday night. Those guys also got a couple of days off because they're in a 3 games and 12-day stretch, which the Cowboys go through every year. So it's not unusual for them. They're used to it, but they also know they get a weekend off and can go have some fun. But I also look at, and I hate the term want to or needs it more, but Seattle needs this game a lot more tonight. They're a wild card team now if the season were to end at 6-5. But if they drop to 6-6 tonight, and the Rams and the Packers, that are a game back, New Orleans is a game back. I look at Seattle and they know, I'm going to guess that in Seattle they're looking at this game much like Cowboys are looking at Philadelphia with that measuring stick kind of attitude. They need this win. Probably more than the Cowboys need it when it comes to keeping their playoff hopes alive, because they're both wild card teams as we sit. But also, can Seattle measure up to a team the caliber of the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, we'll see. I mean, they certainly didn't measure up against San Francisco last week, and that was in Seattle. I don't know how good Seattle is. I know Geno Smith was a little bit banged up last week. They say he's much healthier this week. We'll see. But Dallas should win this game. At home, they ought to win the game. How they win it, it doesn't really matter in the long run, but I don't think it's going to be that blowout that the Cowboys have had the luxury of the last couple of games at Jerry World. I think this will be a tighter ball game. Just human nature, Jason. Look, the Cowboys are tired. They know they got a weekend off. They know they got Philly next week. And I think human nature is a little bit to look ahead. We'll see if that affects them or not. I don't think they lose this game. I think they win it. It's just by how many is that going to happen?
They just have to stay locked in. And Dak Prescott has been locked in. I mean, the Here We Goes are taking on a life of their own. In fact, there has been a compilation put together. I mean, we've heard the song, but the compilation of Dak at the line of scrimmage.
Rate in which they are scoring is down because they've had
Here we go. Here we go.
They've come out aggressive in the passing game today.
We got a
for them.
Here we go. Yes. Ready, return.
Hey.
20. Hey, we're good. We're good. Go. Yeah.
25-point lead going into the half. Lined illegally, so now they're going to get lined up right.
Thanks, Greg. That's it. Here we go.
So you do see the different inflections.
Yeah.
In the Here We Go.
And it all means something else.
That's the one I like the best right there. And on YouTube, Lenore says I need to stick with Hump Day because, well, the Here We Go doesn't sound good.
Well, all right.
Here we go.
Let's hear your impersonation of Dak in the Here We Goes. 210-656-ESPN. 656-3776. We'll take those calls next. Here we go. In fact, you should say, here we go, and point your car in the direction of Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House. Flight by Yingling is here. We've got some great prizes to give away. Obviously, some cold beer, some hot pizza, and the Cowboys are going to be on your TV in a bit. It's the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Here we go.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Thursday night football. The Cowboys welcome the Seahawks for a primetime tilt at 6 p.m.
Prescott with a quarterback option. Running to the right. Spilled into the end zone. Touchdown, Prescott.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Here comes the Sandman. Ladies and gentlemen.
Adam Sandler.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The I Missed You Tour.
Should we clap along? I'm going to play guitar a little bit for you.
Adam Sandler. Live.
Take him away.
Frost Bank Center, December 7th.
All right, let's lose that. I hate it.
Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online, mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. So minivans, sedans, JDMs, roll out. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. And with eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Fill your game day cooler with the refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Smooth, real brewed tea with a 5% kick of alcohol. Look for the bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing to keep the Grinch away from the toy drive.
Who's going to deliver the toys to the kids?
What about me, the Grinch?
No.
Yep, even easier than that.
You steal the presents one time.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Capital One NA, member FDIC. Copyright Dr. Seuss Enterprises. Copyright Turner Entertainment Company.
I think we're lost again.
Wait, what does that sign over there say?
Caution wildlife crossing?
No, next to it.
If you're 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. Ouch. I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
The all-new ESPN Radio Morning Show, Unsportsmanlike.
At what point are we going to acknowledge that Josh Allen is a great quarterback, but Josh Allen is also an overrated quarterback?
Chris Canty, Evan Cohen, and Michelle Smallman.
20 years running into guys that are my size. Does it sound like fun?
Chris, Evan, and Michelle.
Nobody can work the like coach. Are gonna love it. People that hate it, they're gonna hate him even more.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday morning starting at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. I run payroll too.
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. Give them a Steel. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Steel Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $30 on the GTA 26 battery-powered garden pruner. Visit your local Steel dealer or go to steelusa.com/gift guide. Real Steel. Find yours. Now $149.99 was $179.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective. A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your home for Monday Night Football. KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Victor Wembanyama is questionable as the Spurs return after a 3-day layoff. They welcome in DeJounte Murray and the Atlanta Hawks. 7 o'clock tip-off from the Frost Bank Center. Arizona Cardinals have released 3-time Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz at his request. Super Bowl champ says he'd like to join a contender. Could that contender be the Dallas Cowboys? They have a game tonight against the Seattle Seahawks. They're at Jerry World. It all gets started at 6 o'clock right here on 94.1.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And a San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. On this game day Thursday, Cowboys Seahawks tonight. We're out at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House with our friends from Flight by Yingling. Come get some pizza, some cold beer. In fact, sign right next to me says, give the gift of pizza and beer this holiday season. You know, it's not too early to start accepting gifts. I'll take pizza. I'll take beer. I'm good.
You're good. I already bought your pizza today.
You did?
I did.
And Greg Shelton ate it.
How about that?
How about that?
Shelton ate it, and so I'm done with your Christmas shopping.
The hell you are.
I'm all done.
I don't
you
think
see, I do that early. That's a good thing.
I don't think so.
Hey, Renee from Yingling showed up out here, and he brought a bunch of prizes with him. So,
of course he did.
I mean, he's like Santa Claus himself, Renee is.
Uh-huh.
He's just like Santa Claus. He brings in a bunch of prizes.
He's even wearing a red Yingling shirt.
He is, and he wants. We're going to find him a white beard to put on.
Santa beer. Just give him a frosted mug instead of a cap.
Well, we mentioned that because he wants to give all of those prizes to all of you.
Oh.
So come on out here to Perry's Pizzeria and Tap
You
House.
thought they were for you. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
So to get a prize from Renee, you have to walk up to him and say, here we go.
Here we go. Perfect.
And if you have a good Dak impersonation here at Perry's, you will win a prize. Could be a koozie, could be a T-shirt, could be a cooler. Hell, he might just hand you a beer.
I have a feeling that will probably happen.
Oh.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Can I say that the free beer is automatic?
Of course you can.
But you should say, here we go, please, and thank you.
Of course.
Here we go. Yeah.
Say, here we go, and I guarantee you will have a flight by Yingling in your hands. I feel pretty confident about that.
I look at the game tonight, and the here we goes. And if you guys want to do an impersonation, let's hear your Dak impersonation.
I want to hear it.
Of here we go.
Have you got one? See, you're pretty dry, Minix. I mean, you're like, here we go.
Here we go.
Come on.
Here we go.
Give me a good one. That's not what Dak sounds like.
Let me hear Dak. Yeah, that's it.
Come on.
That's good.
You got to go.
Let's
go.
I
got to get go.
Well, it depends. Are we ready to snap the ball, or are we changing the play?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, that's
what does
the
that
question.
mean?
I don't know. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. If you're watching on YouTube, you can comment there. If you're watching on YouTube, you should hit that like button as well. And make sure you subscribe. Joe has fixed his screen, so you can actually see him now.
I don't know what the hell I did.
You got a damn Android. You got out of it and you got back in.
That's all I did.
And the Android will work for a while until it doesn't.
Well,
I mean, kind of like
Joe. What can I say?
Kinda
Exactly.
Like
Joe. That's
good
everybody
for
gets
about 10 minutes, and then you're
10 minutes. Are you kidding?
Here we go.
Wait a minute. Let's change that call.
Yeah. Really?
10 minutes. Please.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I would do 10 minutes 20 years ago.
Please. Come on.
Well, you had 4 quarters. I mean, it was different.
Need a break?
Yes.
Halftime intermission?
Halftime, yes.
See, that's why you should be a hockey fan. Because you get 2 20-minute breaks.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Not bad. Oh, my goodness.
Abel, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Here we go! I just want to say, that's how you do it. A little bit. You got to be a little bit louder, of course, in your stadium, but, and then you got hump day. That's for Joe, because I really enjoy when he says it. So you guys have a great show. I love everything that's happening. I think the Cowboys are gonna win tonight. They're gonna have a fantastic game. And I'm looking at the Spurs breaking the streak soon, like next game, like
soon, like tonight, like
before,
tomorrow,
like before the season's over,
like tonight against the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah. All right.
Now, what if tonight? I'm going to say that right now.
What if Wemby doesn't play tonight?
Well, you know what? If Wemby doesn't play, it doesn't matter. It's still part of the team. You got to take a break, but they got to win tonight. I can't take it anymore. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you, Abel. Appreciate you.
I'm with you.
656-ESPN, 656-3776. You want to win one of those prizes with the Here We Go, come see us at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House at the Rim location. Technically, the South Rim. The sign says South Rim. Right off of 1604. You got a new iced tea?
I got a new iced tea. Well, nice. You left it right there. That's perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, you can see it in our YouTube feed here.
Well, and I got great shelving in my background.
No, that's sad, isn't it?
It really is. That's what you call unsweet.
Woo!
Joe's got something sweet over his shoulder, and I've got something unsweet over mine.
Oh, my goodness.
Robert on Twitter says, Spurs playing at home, frost-rating.
Oh, look at that. Huh?
Now, because they're winless in the Frost Bank Center, and they are very frustrating to watch. I like that. Dan, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
How's it going, guys? Visit you all every day on my way to work, working the night shift in the oil fields.
Nice, man.
Appreciate
Keep
it.
doing what you're doing.
I've got a here we go, and I've got a hump day.
Let's hear it.
Good Lord.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hump
Okay.
day.
Oh, man.
Stick with
Dak there, buddy.
Yeah. Even Rudy's embarrassed by your hump day.
Hump day.
That's a good try, though. At least you try. More than Minix will do over
Yeah,
here.
well, I mean, that's part of it.
You got to try, Minix. You got to let loose sometimes. You know, you got to let your guard down.
You know,
here we go. You got to let it fly.
See, I know my lane. You know.
Here we go.
See, I'm not going to let Pledge get me on one of those little buttons like Rudy with his bad hump day.
Pledge will do it to you.
Oh, you know, trust me.
Are you kidding me? Oh, don't hurt me. You can't hit me. I'm trying to take a shot.
Vinny, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Hey, man, I just got a quick comment. This will be really quick, but I think the reason why the Spurs are winless in the Frost Center is because they're ice cold.
Oh, man. Good job.
Did you think of that all day, or that just come to you? Hello?
Yeah.
I think he left on that note.
Well, I mean, as well.
Yes, he should have.
Open mic night. You know, like you're at a Christmas party and there's a bad MC there.
Oh, my goodness. But I like it, man. You guys laying it out there, letting your guard down. Let's hear it for everybody in San Antonio here. Right? Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
You know, it's so funny because play that one again, Pledge.
I love you, Dak.
DJ Trek on Twitter says, how have the opinions changed? A month ago, you guys were questioning whether Dak should be the starter or if he were the guy. Now he's in the MVP conversation.
Now, just to be clear, that was Minix who said that. I never said that.
Oh, yes.
I never said he's in the MVP conversation.
Oh, I thought he was referring to he shouldn't be the starter and he's not the guy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
right,
just the Joe Ryan angle because
yeah.
I get accused of being the Dak defender. Now,
well, you are.
Well, I mean, he's a great regular season quarterback, but at the same time, playoff Prescott has to show up. I'm a fan of Dak. I think he's been great, but he's got to get it done in the postseason. And that is, if you can't get it done in the postseason, at what point is it time to move on? And DJ Trek, I mean, you have to believe that too. I mean, Dak puts up incredible regular season numbers. He has. Last year, the interceptions, that was certainly not the norm for Dak. And this year, quite frankly, hasn't been the norm for Dak, but he's been playing great football. And he, at this point in the MVP conversation, if he plays this way in December, then he'll win it. And that's great. But I know if he wins it, he'll be in Las Vegas at that award show. I would rather he had to do like Patrick Mahomes last year and record a video because he had a game the next day. I mean, you know, and that's where I'm at with Dak. You got to start getting it done in the playoffs. I know you're great in the regular season. Get it done in the playoffs. And what he's doing right now, I want to see him be able to do that in January. And that the way he is playing right now, coupled with how great this defense has been playing, the Cowboys are set up for a strong playoff run.
Well, they got a lot of work, a lot of water to cross before they even get to the playoffs. They got a gauntlet in December, and that's going to tell a lot because those, 4 games coming up, 2 of those on the road, which is another problem for the Cowboys. And so let's see how they do in December if they're set up well. And I still have hope that, beyond hope, that they might even win the division. And in fact, I think they have to. I don't think the Cowboys can go on the road and beat San Francisco or beat Philadelphia. They can't. I don't think they can. And so that's why it's important beyond hope, because I think that game in Philadelphia may be the ultimate thing that cost them a division championship. but I don't think they can go on the road and beat either one of those teams.
If you got a line with you, here you go. Stay there. Your call's next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, you know the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. If you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-21. mybestbailbonds.com.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Thursday night football. The Cowboys welcome the Seahawks for a prime-time tilt at 6 p.m.
Prescott with a quarterback option, running to the right, spilled into the end zone, touchdown Prescott.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know when you wake up and your mouth feels gross and you just can't wait to brush your teeth to get that clean, fresh feeling again? That's exactly how millions of Navage users feel when they use powered suction to rinse out their noses every day, just like brushing their teeth. Once you're able to breathe deeply without congestion, you never want to be without it. That's why so many people rave about Navage, with over 100,000 online reviews. Feel the Navage difference for yourself. In less than a minute a day, you'll feel immediate relief from seasonal allergies and congestion after the very first use. Navage will also help you sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier, naturally, without drugs. Start breathing clearly again with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Dell's Cyber Monday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top brand accessories. It's the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
The Golf Club of Texas has some of the best course conditions with the friendliest staff. The golf is great. They have a lighted driving range and practice area. While it feels like a country club, it's not a private club. It's open to the public, so bring the family into the 10 Cup Bar. It's the nicest sit-down restaurant in that area of SA, specializing in Texas food, wine, and spirits. For golf or dinner, go to Golf Club of Texas off Highway 90, online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Over the past decade, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. Football, basketball, all the UFC fights. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Celebrating 10 years in business, the Roo Pub is next to the Angry Elephant there at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
For over 17 years, the award-winning legal team at George Salinas Injury Lawyers has been representing personal injury victims all across Texas. Have you been injured in an accident? George Salinas is ready to represent you with free consultations, 24/7 availability, and no attorney fees unless we win. George Salinas Injury Lawyers will help you get the results you need so you can focus on recovery. If you've been injured, one call could change your entire case. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers, 210-225-0909, or visit georgesalinas.com.
George gets justice. Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
Check out the Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
If you're San Antonio, there are benefits that come along with it. I will cut you the front of the line. We're going to hype the return.
On 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix out at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House on 1604, the South Rim.
South Rim.
You know, like,
here we go.
I was talking to Rob Thompson this morning. He was thinking, is there a rim on the south side? Like, no, dude. You look at the marquee, it says South Rim.
Does.
That's what they call it. It's over near Topgolf, 1604 near I-10.
Well, the big rim is right over there.
Yeah.
So this is they could have said this is a small rim.
Well, it's not the small rim.
I'm just saying
you're not going to call it the small rim.
Could be the baby rim.
Nobody's going to call it the baby rim.
Could be
but
that.
I tell you what, it's pizza and it's beer and Swampy makes a public appearance.
Oh,
what the hell is this?
Look at this.
Wearing a Tampa Bay Buccaneers shirt, no less, at a Cowboys watch party.
Yeah, he must have picked that up at a flea
turning
market.
around, leaving? No. And look, he's going to take over another table as opposed to sitting with grumpy-ass Greg Shelton.
Well, I don't blame him for that.
And Marcellus, don't let him sit there. Don't give him put him outside. Put him out. Put him outside.
And he's trying to get in my YouTube feed.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah.
Damn Swampy's here.
Well, and a lot of folks are showing up out here, getting a good seat for the Cowboys game, although there's really not a bad seat in the house.
Well, no, because this
watch
place
anything.
is all designed like a pizza.
It's not.
So
nobody knew that.
Everybody should know that.
I even went up to the girls who work here at the host stand.
They're 12.
They didn't know.
I mean,
they didn't know.
They didn't want you to feel bad.
Is that what it is?
Exactly.
And then I took a poll around the bar there, and nobody knew.
You took a poll.
I took a poll. There were two people.
But now that you see it, you can't unsee
it. Joe just got a new one.
Oh. What? I took a poll? Wait a minute. What's wrong with that? You guys are juveniles, both of you.
We are?
Minutes and pledge.
We are?
Yes.
How are we?
Wait a minute. I'm trying to think of what I said here.
Well,
I took a poll, two of them. What is that?
We're at the South Rim.
We are.
Oh, good Lord. Ray, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Yeah, here we go. Sorry, I'm at HEB, so I think.
Dude, let them hear you at HEB.
If you're at HEB, man, you got to get loud.
Let them hear you.
Here we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
How many people are looking at you strange?
I guess they think I'm drunk or something. I don't know.
Well,
all right. Now work in a hump day.
Oh my God.
That was bad, man. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Hey, Nick, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, that's sweet, man. What are you at, a library?
No, he's trying to get the rasp of Dak Prescott.
There we go.
Here we go.
All right, Kingsley, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Minix? It's Camel Toe
What's up?
Joe. This is for you guys. Here we go.
Did he say Camel Toe?
Camel Toe Joe. That's your nickname.
All right, hey.
You're Toe Reinagle.
Well, you know, I got some tight sweats at the house.
Oh, that's a great idea, Jim.
Exactly.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
Can we hear the song pledge? Here we go. Here we go.
Blue when I fall through, a lot do not like us. We can take it to the next spot. They yelling like Prescott. Everybody like.
Here we go.
There ain't no breaks, no rest stop. We trying to get your head chopped. The whole club yelling.
Here we go.
Everybody.
All right. Here we go. Here we go.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, if he's going to drop it in the
Not
song,
bad.
you know, he can't take the one I do for your hump days and drop it into that song.
He is kind of raspy when you listen to Dak Prescott.
Well,
here we go.
I mean, he's screaming over 100,000 people. Point.
Some apple cider vinegar you can use.
Oh,
that helps.
I mean, for who?
For Dak.
I mean, it doesn't help you.
It helps me.
All right,
Here we go. See that? He sounds great.
Yeah.
I bet you Dak, he knows the apple cider vinegar secret. Here we go. I like the goal. Maybe he's trying to be that soccer dude. Here we go.
He's not saying goal. He's not saying goal.
Well, it sounds like it.
No, but the inflection, all of it is very well designed and thought of. That's a signal to the other players and how he's doing it. I mean, there's the cadence. Like I know you weren't a military guy, but you understand there's different things you can say with the cadence, and they have different meanings.
Yeah,
all of that is a part of this new Mike McCarthy offense. Now, I'm with you. Rob and Rudy, next time they talk to Mike McCarthy, we've got to find out.
I got to know
if that is on Mike McCarthy's play sheet, or was that something Dak came up with on his own? I mean, was he not happy with his hut? Was he not happy with whatever they were doing? Because you realize so many of these cadences, you know, if it's a word that starts with an R, you know that's signaling right? But it's all simple one syllable words, so that everybody, what did he just say? Right? You can't have that. It's got to be very easy. Here we go. Right?
Here we go. Well, I just wonder if there's different cadences. Did Mike McCarthy hand him a sheet of music? I mean, is it like, here we go, here we go, here we go?
Hold it for 3 seconds.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know, because
a little higher octave here.
I don't know if Mike McCarthy, that's got to be Dak. He had to go to McCarthy and say, look, I'm going to do this. I think this is a great idea. And Mike said, that's a great idea, Dak.
Glad you didn't call him Jim.
Oh, that's a great idea, Jim.
But when you look at it and you think about what you're saying, though, at the same point, when Mike McCarthy is looking at his Waffle House menu of plays, is there a section of here we go plays, right? And did it get born from something like that? Do they have some certain plays when they need a big play? Oh, here we go. I mean, you know, think about like when we're in Oxnard and all the different things that Mike McCarthy calls stuff that seems to be different than every other coach out there, right?
Yeah.
You know, mock game.
Yeah.
Right? But they have different periods that have different names. I wonder if Here We Go was born out of something cool like that.
I don't know. I mean, I have to know the answer to that. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a whole week to find out, right? Because McCarthy was on with the boys on Yesterday.
Which was Friday in Mike McCarthy's.
Right. So then next Friday, we got to remind those boys, though. They have to ask that question.
I mean, we could remind them 5 minutes before the interview, which we won't because we're not up that early.
They won't
But
remember.
at the same time, do you really think they're going to remember?
Well, they should. That's what the people want to know. That's what the people want to know. Is it Mike McCarthy's idea? Is it Dak Prescott's idea?
All I know is since you started bitching about how annoying it was, the Cowboys have taken and run with it. They did a deal where they had different players doing impersonations of the Here We Go, which was a funny video they put on their socials. And now there's a song about it. And we get people calling in trying to do their impersonations, like David. David, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
All right, man.
Here we go.
I have a Jason Minix. Have a Jason Minix too. A Root Pub and a .com. How to do it?
Apparently, I got Italian in there. I don't know. We will be at the Root Pub. We will be at the Root Pub tomorrow as we get ready for the Pac-12 championship games. Good stuff. Pledge says, don't forget your giveaways. I have no idea what we have.
Do we have a giveaway today?
Yeah, what are we giving away, Pledge?
Well, you've got Sebastian Maniscalco and Breaking
Lord.
Benjamin.
Well, which one do we want to give away right now?
Well,
That's up to you.
Obviously, the better one is Maniscalco.
How do you know? I mean,
because I've seen Maniscalco 3 times.
Have
The
you
dude's
seen
hilarious.
Breaking Benjamin?
I've never seen them.
Have you heard of them before yesterday?
No, yesterday I was introduced.
All right, we'll give
I always
away
thought that was like,
tickets to
hey,
go
let me
see
break this Benjamin.
Words you've never said. All right, so Sebastian is where?
Sebastian is what? Are you asking me?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you mean, is he where?
At the Frost Bank Center.
He's at the Frost in August.
In August.
Yes.
What's his last name?
Maniscalco.
If you want to go, caller number 9 right now, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776, caller 9. Those tickets are yours. You should come see us here at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House, South Rim, 1604 near I-10 as we get ready for Cowboys Seahawks tonight.
Absolutely. Get your seat ready. Hey, I want to tell you, though, about Stevens Roofing because I've been talking about Stevens Roofing for a long time now, and I'm proud to do so. Look, they're a family-owned local company. And they do good work. They've been in business for a long time, and they're not going anywhere, which means they stand behind their work. And, well, they quite frankly, just do good work. If you need to get your roof checked out, if you think you've got a problem with it, especially with the winter coming up and the rain that we've had, you want to get that roof checked out. Make sure that it's in tip-top shape before it gets really bad. Or if you need a new roof, Stevens Roofing is who you need to call. 210-785-0994. You can also get them online at stevensroofing.net. And it doesn't matter what kind of project you have. If you got a commercial project, they can handle that. You want a metal roof on your house, they can do that as well. Look, Stevens Roofing is licensed by the city of San Antonio. Estimates are always free. So make sure that roof is safe and secure with Stevens Roofing, your local roofer. 210-785-0994. Online at stevensroofing.net. Don't forget they're saying, buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. 210-785-0994.
It's R&R in the
Friday
morning.
on R&R in the morning. It is Football Fridays, and we'll be joined by NFL insider Todd Archer. Also, RJ Ochoa, Mr. Blogging the Boys himself.
Did the Spurs win? And it's championship weekend. We'll set the table for a full college football weekend and try to figure out when the Spurs get another, if they got one. Don't be late. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey folks, Steve Brent's here at beautiful Winans Creek Ranch in Bandera, inviting you to our holiday land sale event going on right now. It's the best time of the year to get an incredible deal on a gorgeous 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site here at Winans Creek. Take advantage of deep discounts and terrific bank and special below market seller financing. Plus, ask us about our closing cost bonus offer, saving you even more during our sale. Winans Creek features secluded private settings, spectacular 30-mile views, a gorgeous creekfront park, as well as paved roads, high-speed internet, electric, and more. Plus, Winans qualifies for low ag exempt taxes. The rush of the holidays will be here soon, but there's still time to get a great deal on your 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site you've always dreamed of. So come out and see me today at Winans Creek Ranch, and we'll help put together an incredible deal that will make your holidays bright. Give us a call at 866-952-6323 or go to WinansCreekRanch.com.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hey, sports fans, if you're not calling John Anthony, you're simply missing out. To prove it, I'm releasing your Thursday night report absolutely free on a recorded message. Call 1-800-244-5506. I love tonight's matchup. Seattle-Dallas is a monster, side and total. Seattle-Dallas, critical information confirmed, plus college hoops action. That's 5 big plays. John Anthony has you covered. I love to go 5-0 free on a recorded message. 1-800-244-5506. Information wins. John Anthony has you covered. 1-800-244-5506. You want the information? I've got it. Seattle, Dallas, plus college hoops action. Call the recorded message line. 1-800-244-5506. I love to go 5-0 for the season free. That's 1-800-244-5506 or go to johnanthonysports.com.
Sponsored by JFSR Group.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pregame Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com.
I took a poll.
You all right?
I took a poll.
Was it all right? You all right?
Well, yeah, I'm fine, but nobody knew that was a pizza over there.
I don't think that's what we're talking about. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He is Ryan Nagel. I'm Jason Minix. Live out at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House, 1604 near I-10 in the South Rim.
The South Rim.
Yeah, great pizza, cold beer. Flight by Yingling is here as we get ready for tonight's game, a game you can listen to here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star with Brad Sham and Babe Laufenberg. The national broadcast over on 1250 ESPN San Antonio, brought to you by Flight by Yingling. Alejandro says, y'all need to come to Perry's. I won a prize. I've been here 10 minutes. Yeah, Alejandro just got himself one of those cool Yingling coolers.
That's what I'm saying.
You could have met the guy, but you were in the bathroom.
The earlier you get, earlier you get here, the better chance of winning a prize you have.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's going to get crowded because everybody's going to get ready for the Cowboys game. You get out here now, you got a really good shot at getting a cool prize.
Absolutely. Speaking of polls, there's one up on our YouTube channel, and you should subscribe to the YouTube channel. It says, do you want Jason to give his Dak impression? Right now, it's 84% yes. 13 votes. We need more no votes in there. And if you're there hitting in that poll, make sure you hit the thumbs up button there. It's Ray says his 3-year-old granddaughter runs around the house saying, here we go.
There you go. You see that? She's probably better than any of us.
Probably.
And probably better than Dak.
Well, I doubt it. It's Dak's deal.
Is it Dak's or is it Mike McCarthy's? That's the question that needs to be answered.
Well, I mean, it's like the great song. We know who the artist is that you listen to through your speakers or a concert, but who is the writer behind it?
Who was the writer? I want to know.
I mean, whose idea was this?
I want to know who it is.
And speaking of impressions, Chris apparently in 2 for us.
Okay.
I'm not sure where this is going, but what Pledge is telling me, Chris, you're on the Blitz. I'm worried. Here we go.
Here we go! Woo-hoo! What day is it? It's hump day!
Hump day. Oh, my goodness, dude. You guys, that's decent with the Prescott thing. The hump day, that's an acquired talent. So don't feel bad if you can't quite get it down because, only a handful of us can actually do it.
Well, that is true. That is true. I mean, you've got to be better than Toe Reinagel at it if you're going to call in and do it.
Well, if your name's Toe Reinagel, you better be able to do the camel.
I'm just saying. See, that's Rudy. Nowhere near, right? But the way Chris, I thought Chris was going to come in where he was combining them in the bow.
Oh, wow.
Right, which would have been impressive. See, that wasn't impressive, Chris. Appreciate the efforts, but that's not what I was expecting based on what our producer had told us.
Well, that was the here we go was okay. The hump day was really bad. Yeah,
but I thought it was going to be a here we go hump day all in one kind of.
Now, see if somebody could do that. I'd be impressed.
I mean, even Weird Al Yankovic is probably tuning in trying to come up with some ideas.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, because that's kind of where this is going.
But if you got something like that you want to come up with, then I'll be impressed. That'll be awesome.
I mean, Jacob Eric on YouTube says Joe's hump day is God-given.
Well, it is. It's talent from God.
And if that's your talent, my goodness.
Everybody's got to have a talent.
Yeah.
Come on.
Some were still trying to figure out what those talents are.
Yes.
I mean, I think you should slide a little bit in your chair.
Why?
Just do it.
Which way?
Either way. And then I'll tell you if it's good or bad. Yeah, keep going.
Oh, I see. We got Schwamp back there.
Well, are you trying to cover the man up?
Well, yeah. You want to see Schwampy?
Well,
there he is.
I mean, if we saw Greg Shelton eating pizza earlier, and now you get a chance to see Schwampy out in the wild eating pizza on video.
I think he's got shrimp or something.
He's taking. No, he got the smallest pizza they have here.
Oh. Y'all need to get out of it. We're having way too much fun.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can watch Schwampy eat his lunch or not, because now he's looking like that dude from Home Improvement on the other side of the fence where you only see his forehead because he doesn't want to be seen devouring food and turn into a meme like Greg Shelton did earlier today.
Wilson. That was hilarious.
Wilson, yes. His name was Wilson?
His name was
From
Wilson.
I thought Wilson was
He's a volleyball as well.
All right.
It's
that
a
Wilson
common
guy's
name.
Multi-talented. It's a common name. How many people do you honestly know with a first name of Wilson?
I don't know anybody.
None.
None.
No, I know a lot of last name Wilson, but not.
Well, I don't even know a lot of last names, but I know a few.
A few.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Pledge just told us it was a common name.
Well, I don't know how common it is.
I mean, I'm just saying. Now, do they call Wilson? You know, like people will just call me Minix. You know, that military where you just go by your last name. You know,
Pledger.
Did Wilson have a first name on Home Improvement, or was he Wilson?
I don't know.
Just Wilson?
Was it just Wilson?
I only remember him as Wilson.
Well, maybe he's like Cher or Madonna. You only need one name. Wilson.
I mean, you can get to a level of fame where you only need one name.
That's it.
But I mean, that was Tim Allen's show, and he still needs two names.
Well,
I mean,
Tim or Allen just
He
doesn't.
was Tim
I mean,
the
you could
Tool
go,
Man, Taylor.
Oh, there you go. He was the tool man.
Yeah.
He had a lot of tools.
Actually, it says here his
says-
name was Wilson Jr. on the show.
Wilson Jr.
Wilson. Why would you do that to your kid?
Wilson.
Wilson.
He wasn't really a kid. He was a character in a show. They named him Wilson.
Who peeped over the fence. He was an older gentleman.
I mean, doesn't
He was
a
their
peeping
next door
Tom
neighbor.
look like a Wilson? I mean,
Wilson.
You know, Fred on our YouTube thinks Swampy looks like Drew Carey.
Drew Carey, huh? Trying to get out of the way there.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you're watching it on YouTube, you got a half a peace sign.
Can you do that on? I guess yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff.
I think so. Why not?
Look, he's hiding while he's eating too. I mean, he's very paranoid. We should just put a camera over there. You know,
he might be sweating.
The food cam.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, he will sweat. I mean, there's no doubt about that. That's why they call him Swampy.
I'll tell you what. This place is great. Yeah, get out here so you can see Swampy in person.
He wants to meet the people.
He does.
He wants to meet the people.
Give him what he wants.
I mean, you know, that and Greg Shelton. Greg Shelton likes meeting people.
We're bookended by two people that
refuse to sit together. I mean, we're taking up 3 booths in this restaurant. We only need 2.
Well, that's all right. You got management over there taking up another one. They're eating, getting ready for the rush.
But they're folding silverware.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. You ever notice what happens with your silverware and, you know, it gets wrapped in a napkin? Somebody's got to
do that. I don't think it'd be management, though.
Oh, you think?
I don't think managers do that. They're eating over there.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
Well, I'm sure that's a business meeting.
Well, it's got to be.
It's always a good sign when you're in a restaurant and you see the staff eating at that restaurant.
Right.
I mean, it's another thing, and I realize if you work in a restaurant at some point, you just want something else. But nothing is odder than when you walk into a restaurant and you see that they went somewhere else.
You got the manager with a Burger King bag over there.
You know, it's funny you bring up Burger King. When I was in high school, I worked at the Kentucky Fried Chicken there in Copper's Cove, and next door was Burger King, and we used to trade food.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Dave, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
I don't have a here we go, but I got a hump day for you.
Let's hear it.
Here we go.
Hump day!
Actually, that was. I mean, that's far better than Rudy J's.
Well, it's somebody that doesn't do it is far better than Rudy J. It's just so.
Hump day.
Oh, good Lord. Hey, Tim, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Hey guys, if the Cowboys played on Wednesday, this is what his cadence would sound like. Here we go! Kill! What day is it? Hump day!
Here we go!
Hump day.
Here we go. Yeah. Abel, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? Yeah.
Hello.
Abel that just had baby JJ last week.
Hey, congrats.
Hey, thank you guys. I'm ready to go with my
Ready? Here we go. What did he say?
That's not bad.
Yeah, that was good.
Not bad at all.
Hey!
That sucked.
Yeah,
but
that
the other
was
one
bad.
was really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Clearly, baby JJ's not napping right now, or his wife would be hurting him. Good stuff. Appreciate it, Abel.
Hey, congrats, Abel. Way to go, buddy.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe. I'm Jason out at Perry's Pizzeria and at Tap House. And you think about where Dak is, and it's been an interesting couple of weeks watching the national media slowly turn in a positive outlook with Dak Prescott. And because of the level of play that he's at, but I think everybody's reserved with they're not playing anybody. But at some point, it doesn't matter. It's because of all the different things that he is doing. Even the great Aaron Rodgers the other day on Pat McAfee.
The great Aaron
was
Rodgers.
gushing.
Oh. Now, see, I don't think he was the great Aaron Rodgers until he complimented Dak Prescott.
Well, I mean,
now all of a sudden he's the great
Well, it's
Aaron
all
Rodgers.
in how I might describe him, but Aaron Rodgers has always thought Aaron Rodgers was the great.
Well, sure,
right?
he does.
And kind of the gold standard, right? I mean, you think about Aaron Rodgers, who can heal like nobody else. I mean, hell, that dude is back at practice. But in Aaron Rodgers' track record is what it is, right? The guy understands the position, and he won a couple of MVPs under Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
And at some point, I think Mike McCarthy is going to start getting a lot of credit as well for what this Cowboys offense has been doing and what we're seeing now out of Dak Prescott. But on Pat McAfee, Aaron Rodgers went deep into the woods of quarterback play that most of us really don't understand or think about.
I just love that he's really playing the position. What I mean by that is I'm watching him make Ringo calls. So that's protection adjustments against these crazy looks and picking things up. I'm watching him, bring the tight end back in against the zero pressure and throw an old concept we used to run for a touchdown to CeeDee Lamb in the back end zone. I'm watching him use his cadence beautifully and get into this rhythmic, here we go, into using it as a dummy sometimes, doing it twice, into other cadences. I mean, the last 4 or 5 weeks I've gotten to see more of their games, and I just want to say, he's playing a position in a really impressive way. And for whatever reason, maybe because he's the Cowboys quarterback and it's one of those premier positions in sports, I feel like the Green Bay quarterback has been for a long time, and some other, positions in various sports. He might take a little more than he deserves, or maybe it's deserving of the position, I guess. But I love the way he's playing, and I love the way he's playing, really playing. I'm not talking about just making good throws. I'm talking about it seems more where the guys are actually really playing the position, where you're making adjustments, you're handling everything line of scrimmage. Now you're doing this crazy cadence stuff. I love it, and I just want to shout out Dak for really impressing me. Multiple times.
He doesn't hear that one.
No, he doesn't.
Doesn't hear that one.
He's impressed, the great Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
I mean,
and McAfee had to take his head out for a minute to applaud.
Well, but again, though, different former quarterbacks that are breaking down different nuances of the game very positively for Dak Prescott. Today on R&R in the morning, KJ Wright played for the Seahawks for a long time, played against Dak in 2020 when it was still with the Seahawks. And, he talked about Dak playing lights out because going into the game, their game plan, according to KJ Wright this morning with Rob and Rudy, saying, hey, we needed to stop the run and put Dak in these third and long situations because they didn't think he could throw well against them.
So we talked as a unit on defense. We all said, guys, let's stop Zeke. Let's stop Tony Pollard. Let's focus on the run game. If we put Dak in the 3rd and 7+ on a consistent basis, we stop these guys on 1st and 2nd down. Let's force Dak Prescott to beat us with simply his arm, dropping straight back. We thought we had a really good chance of winning that ball game. When I watch Dak now, this guy is lighting guys up. This guy is a wizard when it comes to beating teams from the pocket. He's managing the game, getting the ball underneath to his tight ends, to his running backs in the screens. But he can get the ball 30, 40, 50 yards downfield at a very high level. And everybody is happy on this offense. The running game, the running backs are happy. CD is happy. Brandon Cooks is happy. And so he's playing lights out football. So watch his growth, especially after last year with all those interceptions he threw. He knew coming to the season, I have to be better protecting the football. So he's doing that, but he's also still being explosive. So he's playing lights out. I love what I'm seeing.
What's not to like? He is playing well. I think a big reason that he's playing well is because he's using his legs. He's got that threat again. For whatever reason, that has come back, and he's able to extend plays. He's able to run for first downs, and that has helped him. And again, he can shut me up. He can shut every other hater down. Not that I'm a Dak hater, but he can shut everybody else down if he would just get it done. I mean, he's playing great football. Everybody has to admit that. And I hate to say it, but I mean, show me something in December, and then I'll start taking notice. But until that happens, it's okay. Dak's always been a good regular season quarterback.
Exactly.
Always. Show me something in December and January, and then we can talk. Until then, I can't just say, wow, Dak's the greatest. He's arrived. No, he's doing nothing different than he's done his entire career, play really well in the regular season. He does that year in and year out. It's that other thing that gives him a hard time.
The difference this year, that defense makes it a lot easier for Dak Prescott, I think, to be a little riskier. Because that 2020 game that KJ Wright was a part of, Dak threw for almost 500 yards in that game, 472. He also threw 57 passes. They shut down Zeke in that game. Cowboys lost that game 38-31 because the defense couldn't stop anybody. This year, this defense, I think you have a chance to maybe have this level of quarterback play combined with that defense. Maybe you do get success in the postseason. We will find out. Quick Spurs update. They just sent out the injury report for tonight. Wemby, questionable for tonight's game. So
nothing's changed from yesterday. He's still questionable.
Jeremy Sohan is available, where he had a question mark.
Doug
McDermott was available. He's now doubtful.
Okay.
For tonight's game.
Well, Doug's old. I understand that.
It says illness, not old.
Oh, well, old.
Old?
Old as dirt.
Sick of losing?
Yeah.
I think we all are. Spurs and Hawks tonight. Game night San Antonio. We'll look into that game coming up at 5:30 with Game Night San Antonio, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. John McClain from the Houston Chronicle joins us at 5:15. We'll talk more Cowboys Seahawks as we continue here on the Blitz live out at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House with our friends from Flight by Yingling here at the South Rim, 1604 near I-10. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. You need a sweatshirt made that says, "Here we go," with a star on it. Sam can get that done for you. Well, jackets for your company, your employees. Christmas parties are happening. You're trying to figure out what to get those employees. Maybe some nice jackets, some shirts with your group or your business logo on it. Sam will get you taken care of. If you need caps done, Sam has over 12,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps. If you need t-shirts screen printed, go see Sam. Sam has over 700 uniform lines to choose from. Nobody has better prices. And Sammy has all the big name brands like North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, to name a few. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900. Or better yet, go by that massive showroom down on San Pedro. It's a mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's. Or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Thursday night football. The Cowboys welcome the Seahawks for a prime-time tilt at 6 p.m.
Prescott with a quarterback option, running to the right, spilled into the end zone, touchdown Prescott.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
It is time to play Pass the Pigskin for a chance to win $5,000 cash and tailgate prize packs. Celebrate with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds by entering the Pork Rind Appreciation Day giveaway at porkrindappreciationday.com. That's porkrindappreciationday.com. And don't forget to pick up your favorite bold flavored protein packed Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds today at HEB.
Tease the season at Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for holiday specials this year, featuring the Ping G430 drivers, which combine the ultimate combination of distance and forgiveness. And from Bushnell, the new Tour V6 Series laser rangefinders provide you the most accurate distances in golf. There's always gift cards in any amount for the special golfer you're shopping for. Edwin Watts Golf Shops is home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Shop us in store or online at worldwidegolf.com.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
If you're hit by a car, truck, or commercial vehicle, you need help with vehicle repairs, car rental, medical care, Davis Law Firm can help get your life back on track. For over 25 years, we have secured important verdicts and settlements for our clients, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car or truck wreck or hit by a commercial vehicle, call the Fours right now. Call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Sebastian Maniscalco.
My wife and I went to go see Hamilton on Broadway.
It Ain't Right Tour 2024.
Oh my God, it is amazing. We saw it. Oh, it changed me it changed me. Now, as soon as I hear that, I'm like, I ain't gonna like this.
Sebastian Maniscalco, live on stage in San Antonio, Frost Bank Center, August 11th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. For more, visit SebastianLive.com.
This is Jim Rome. Have a take, don't suck on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Cowboys in action tonight, Thursday night. They're at home against the Seattle Seahawks. You can listen to that game right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 6 o'clock with the pregame show. Spurs return to action after a 3-day layoff. They welcome in DeJounte Murray and the Atlanta Hawks. Frost Bank Center, 7 o'clock tip-off. Of course, the Spurs riding that 12-game losing skid. Wemby is listed as questionable.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Here we go.
Here we go. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. A pregame party out here at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House. in the South Rim. 1604 near I-10. Come hang out with us with our friends from Flight by Yingling. I promise you they'll put a cold drink in your hand.
I guarantee you they will.
You got a chance to win some great prizes. And the pizza here is fantastic.
And if you want to get a good seat, although there's a bunch of good seats, but it's folks are starting to arrive. So it's getting to be that time. It's time to pregame.
5:02. And look, there's a lot going on. And it was Spurs are playing tonight. We'll talk more Spurs coming up. So you want to be at a spot where you could watch both. And then it's Cowboys football.
Absolutely.
And for the Cowboys, the way they've been playing, and it's interesting because 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, this looked like a really tough game with Seattle on the schedule.
Yeah.
Seattle 6-5. They're a winning team. If they win tonight, well, people like Joe Ryan, they go give them credit for beating a good team.
They've lost 2 in a row.
Yeah, well, I mean, Seattle has.
Seattle has, yes.
Because the Cowboys don't have, as great as they've been, they don't have a signature win on the year. They just don't. Now, they can't help their schedule, but they got to beat the crap out of the people that are on their schedule, and that's what they've been doing. We're all looking ahead to next week's game against Philadelphia. Almost discounting this one as an easy win. And, with my wife being from Seattle, I am forced to watch a lot of Seahawk football. I have to watch Seahawk football just to talk with the in-laws. And so
that sucks.
It does. I mean,
man.
See, you got lucky. You married into a St. Louis Cardinal family, so you don't have to pay attention to the enemy in order to talk to those that think differently, right?
Yeah, but don't tell anybody. Maggie grew up in the D.C. area. Grew up with some of those Washington Redskins.
Wait, your wife is a Washington Redskins fan?
Well, yeah. Don't tell anybody.
Uh-huh. I would never, because she's not a Redskin fan.
Well, we're converting her to she's a Cardinal fan for sure, but she's
for baseball.
But since I have to watch Cowboys games, because it's my job to do so.
Yeah.
So she watches them too. I think she's kind of becoming a fan
of the Cowboys.
Of the Cowboys,
almost like you are becoming a fan of the Cowboys.
Yeah, sure, yeah, exactly.
You just don't want to admit it.
No, I admit it.
It's understandable.
It's good for business.
Yeah, but you're a fan. You're a fan.
I'm an analyst.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I'm an analyst. I have to watch them. Well, I have to know what the hell I'm talking about.
Well, I mean. True, but you don't have to be a fan.
Well,
I mean,
see, secret is, all transparency, even through all my years of television, Jason, the Cowboys are San Antonio's team. They are. So they're important. And
not a secret.
You've got to cover them and make sure you know what the hell's going on with the Dallas Cowboys. So, yeah, the better well, I take that back because it really doesn't matter. If the Cowboys win or lose, there's always something to talk about.
And that is so true. Now, a lot of other teams, if you're mediocre, nobody gives a damn. Right? You're either really good, really bad, but mediocre. Ask Texans fans. They've been mediocre for so long. And, why don't you ever talk about it? What do you want to talk about? I don't know. Yeah. Now they're a good story this year with what they've been doing. Yeah. And we're talking more Texans this year than – we have in the past several, since Deshaun Watson, because they've earned it, right? They're playing well. They're a fun team to watch. Now, 24 hours from right now, we're going to be sitting over at the Roo Pub there at 281 in Redland Road. So tomorrow at the Roo, 2 to 6, come hang out with us. We've got the Pac-12 championship game, but literally 24 hours from right now, in the 5 o'clock hour, at the beginning of the 5 o'clock hour tomorrow, Friday, we are going to give away tickets to go see the Cowboys take on the Eagles next Sunday night at Jerry World.
That will be incredible. Is that a Sunday night game?
It is.
Wow. Yeah, that's going to be that's going to be incredible.
And look, if I went with just the straight notes that Pledge put together, we would be giving away tickets for the game on December 10th against the Seattle-Philadelphia Eagles. But I know you're going to see some sort of bird as Pledge gives me one over the screen. But yeah, if you look at it, next week, somebody that is listening to this program right now is going to be in that stadium with tickets. So keep that in mind. You want to go see the Eagles next week, make sure you're listening tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
No question about it. Do that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to be talking about what happened tonight, obviously. And you need to get out here tonight, by the way, because we got a big party happening out here at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House. I'm looking forward to this game. I really am, because it's one of those games, Jason, and I don't want to call it a trap game necessarily, but it's one of those games. The Cowboys, their third game in 12 nights. You got the Eagles staring you in the face the next week. And I just wonder, I want to see if the Cowboys can come out and take care of Seattle and not worry about anything else. They always talk about, look, we're not looking ahead. It doesn't matter who the opponent is, blah, blah, blah. And I want to see that tonight, because, look, this Seattle team, although they've been stumbling here lately, they're not bad. I mean, they're not bad. If Geno Smith is healthy, the defense is okay. You mentioned the wide receivers earlier in the show. They've got two good ones there. And regardless of the running back situation, they're still going to try and run the football tonight. They're going to give it a shot. So I'm anxious for this game. I'm looking forward to it.
And again, you use the term trap game, and there's so much truth to that. Unlike saying a Giants game or some of these bad teams that have no chance. Oh, my wife just walked in and all this Seattle crap. She's getting booed already. Where's Frank Popovich to stop the heckling?
Yeah, he'd feel.
That's not who we are. Knock off the booing.
Yeah. Yeah. Boo the hell out of that woman. I don't care.
Now, are the Seahawks wearing their highlighter uniforms tonight?
No, they're going with their throwbacks. They're
throwbacks.
Yeah, they're going to look good tonight.
All right.
Back in the Steve Largent days.
Well, maybe Jim Zorn will show up.
Well, I mean, Jim, Gino, whatever.
Whatever.
But I mean, you look at this game, you look at this team, and they had a 1-point loss to the Rams, and then they got blown out by the 49ers. They barely got by
that
Washington.
happens to teams, right? Getting blown out by the 49ers.
Well, but I mean, when you look at it, what I worry about more from a Seattle mentality is, do the Seahawks feel like they need this one to save their season? They're not going to win their division. San Francisco's got that taken care of. They're a wild card team. Cowboys are a wild card team. Cowboys are likely to stay as a wild card team.
In that number 5 spot, most likely.
But when you look at those other two spots and who's battling there in the standings, there is a lot more need for Seattle tonight. If you look at it that way, if they come out feeling like their season is on the line, because after tonight, they've got San Francisco, they got Philadelphia, they got Tennessee, Pittsburgh, and then Arizona.
Wow.
I mean, and look, the NFL did a nice job of scheduling this year, of giving everybody essentially a December gauntlet. There's all these great games in the month of December to decide playoff games. Is Seattle going to beat San Francisco next week in San Francisco?
No.
And then after that, they've got Philadelphia. I mean,
they're probably not.
Right? Tennessee's an easy win. Pittsburgh, I mean,
who knows?
Who knows? And then they close out Arizona. It seems like everybody's got a nothing game at the end. They've got Arizona. The Cowboys have Washington. I mean, they even got TBD on the schedule because, hell, we might not even play this thing.
Well, that is a good way to look at it, because the Seahawks are 6-5. Minnesota's right behind them at 6-6. Seattle loses this game. They're in a tie with Minnesota. I don't know what the tiebreakers are, but there are some other teams on the outside looking in. And you talk about that gauntlet Seattle has. Tonight's a big game. It is a big game, and I think it's totally fair to say that Seattle needs this game much more than the Dallas Cowboys do in certain ways. Look, the Cowboys still have designs on winning the NFC East. Whether they can do that or not, and again, I truly feel like San Francisco is going to roll into Philly on Sunday and beat the Eagles. And so that sets up a big showdown for that Eagles game against the Cowboys, which could put them in a tie, although the Cowboys have a much tougher schedule down the stretch.
When you talk about it being a big game, prime, I don't know if that makes it a big game, but it's a primetime game, Thursday night football. Do we get the Dak Prescott we've seen for the last month, or do you get big game Prescott?
Don't know.
I mean, it's a big one, I think, for Dak in so many ways that way. Texans, they've got a tough one this week as well. Let's talk about it with John McClain with the Houston Chronicle, formerly of the Houston Chronicle. The Chronicle legendary sports writer joins us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You think about this weekend and all the grilling that you're going to do while you're watching some college football. Before you fire up that grill, make sure you get into Tri-County Meat Market. They're two great locations because you know that great meal starts with great meat, and Tri-County has everything you need to up your grilling game. You want to do ribs this weekend, no better place than Tri-County. You want beef ribs, you want some pork ribs, whether you want to go St. Louis style or baby back, some of those good English crosscuts, which are great if you're going down to the deer leaves. Their season fajitas are fantastic. The burgers, the hot dogs. Tri-County has everything you need with the quality you expect, and you could always take advantage of their Pick 5 for 25. Tri-County always offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. Again, two great locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Huebner, or online at tricountymeat.com.
It's R&R in the morning.
R&R in the morning. It is Football Fridays, and we'll be joined by NFL insider Todd Archer. Also, RJ Ochoa, Mr. Blogging the Boys himself.
Did the Spurs win? And it's championship weekend. We'll set the table for a full college football weekend and try to figure out when the Spurs get another, if they got one. Don't be late. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
A lot of schools talk about training the cybersecurity workforce of the future, but do they really deliver? My Computer Career has been supplying the IT workforce with thousands of skilled, certified pros for 15 years. Train with the experts in support, networking, or cybersecurity and start your career in months, not years. Upskill even faster. On campus or live online, qualified students may get financial aid, including the GI Bill. My Computer Career. Accredited, acclaimed, effective. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap but easy to give. Give them a Steel. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Steel Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $40 on the HSA 45 battery-powered hedge trimmer. Visit your local Steel dealer or go to steelusa.com/gift guide. Real Steel. Find yours. Now $99.99 was $139.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Lab-grown diamond wholesale prices have crashed. Huge factories in China and India have flooded the market with tens of millions of carats of lab-grown diamonds. They are so cheap that jewelers are giving them away for free with purchase. Many companies sell 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for a few $100s, but some jewelers are still selling lab diamonds for thousands of dollars. Pawn shops and jewelry stores have instruments that detect lab-grown diamonds in seconds, and just like CZs, they are very cheap to produce, and after purchase, they have no monetary value at all. America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our customers that wholesale prices would fall to almost nothing. Now they are so cheap that jewelers are giving them away, and wholesale prices continue to fall. America's Diamond only offers traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have real value. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you are a family member and needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyer4us.com.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides 24/7 compassionate support and connection to trained counselors. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. The Lifeline works. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, just call, text, or chat 988.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Friday on R&R in the Morning, it is a football Friday. We'll be joined by Blogging the Boys himself, RJ Ochoa, NFL insider for ESPN, Todd Archer, and of course we're going to react to Cowboys Seahawks, and as always, Spurs at 7. Now back to the Blitz. Jason, Joe, it's time to let Dak Prescott enter the MVP conversation as well.
I mean, Dak Prescott is certainly in the MVP conversation and plays big tonight. That conversation grows even louder, but it's next week and the week after that and the week after that that really matter for Dak. It's the Blitz. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Live out at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House with our friends from Flight by Yingling as we get ready for tonight's Cowboys at Seahawks game. Come watch it with us here. Perry's 1604 near I-10 in the South Rim. Cowboys play tonight. The Houston Texans with a big game coming up on Sunday. A game that got flexed to the noon time slot so they can get more eyeballs on it. Seems ass backwards, but it actually makes sense. Let's talk about it with the great John McClain, who joins us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. John, how's Thursday?
Thursday's just like every other day. Great.
Great. Yeah, we talk so much about C.J. Stroud and what he's done this year. You look at Dak and, his play this year puts him in the MVP conversation. And there's probably 10 guys in the conversation right now. You vote. Who's on the top of your ballot as we speak right now?
Jalen Hurts. He's the quarterback of the best team in the league, best record in the league, a team that beats winning teams every week as opposed to teams that don't. And I think just like he won that game Sunday with a run. I think he's doing everything now. That could change. If San Francisco goes in there and beats Philadelphia, and I still don't understand why the 49ers are 3-point favorites at Lincoln Financial Field. But if they were to go in there and pull off the upset, then there's a lot of teams, but to me, he's number one. But it still is up in the air. Like the Cowboys win some games over these teams with winning records, and the schedule's tougher. Not starting with Seattle, they're terrible. They've lost 3 in a row. But so the Cowboys will hammer the Seahawks tonight and increase that 41-point average at home. But that could get in it if they could beat Philadelphia. Who else did they play?
They've got Buffalo and Miami coming up too on the road.
And I think that would catapult them right up there near the top. They could win a couple of those.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, let me ask you this. And I'm really curious because I don't care one way or the other, honestly, but I would value your opinion. Brock Purdy. What are your thoughts on Brock Purdy? Because it seems like everybody, well, he's a system guy. It's this, he's that. He just seems to win, though.
He wins. He makes big plays. He's the highest-rated quarterback in the league. When they lost 3 in a row, he didn't play well, but neither did anybody else. Now, he's blessed with a lot of weapons. You know what? So is Jalen Hurts. And so is Tua Tagovailoa. So I've never held it against him. He'd be in the running, but right now Philadelphia is the best team. I think they're going to beat the 49ers. I also think that's a preview of the NFC Championship game, and it'll be hard for the winner to beat the other one 2 times if indeed they do play for a shot at the Super Bowl.
John McClain joining us here on the Blitzes. The Texans have the Denver Broncos coming in. You look at this Broncos team, first year with Sean Payton as head coach, a disastrous start. They give up 70 points in a game, yet they put together a nice little winning streak. This actually looks like it could be a pretty good game and maybe even a tough one for Houston to pull out.
Absolutely, it's a tough one. They've won 5 in a row. In their last 4 games, they've forced 15 turnovers. They have a league best 22 turnovers. And the running game has been really good during the winning streak. I don't pay attention to a lot of the stats because of that 70-20 game. I look at what they've done during their winning streak. They've averaged 127 yards rushing. Russell Wilson has 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That's the best touchdown interception ratio in the NFL. And in the red zone, he has 17 touchdowns and no interceptions. And so the Texans did a lot of things that were bad Sunday against Jacksonville, and they still had a chance to win it, and except the field goal was a few inches short to force overtime. And they did that because C.J. Stroud had a great game when he was forced to throw on the run 60% of the time. Protection was terrible. Running game was terrible. They gave him 4 pass plays of 42 or more yards. Had to burn 2 timeouts on special teams and defense because guys had their heads up their butts, and they still almost could have won the game.
You know, John, I find it interesting for the Texans this week because obviously that was a game that they played well enough to win. I'm talking about the Jacksonville game, but they come up short. To see how they respond this week is going to be interesting, I think.
Oh, I agree. One thing the Texans have done, 7 games in a row have been decided with 30 or fewer seconds left. And that's amazing for when you have a rookie coordinator and a rookie quarterback to play every game down to the wire. 3 with no time left have been decided. And Stroud has kept them in. Stroud has been phenomenal ever since the Carolina game where he threw for 140 yards and they lost a field goal, no time left. And he said, I want more explosive plays. And Bobby Zolik, coordinator, says, okay. And they lead the league in explosive plays.
John McClain joining us here on the Blitz. And you look at what the NFL did with the scheduling of this game. This game was originally scheduled to be a 3:00 kickoff. They moved it to noon. And I saw Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Texans, tweet earlier the map that this game is getting. And Romo and Nance have the day off because they work 2 games on Thanksgiving. So it's Ian Eagle and Charles Davis on the call. But it looks like about 80% of the country is going to get that game on CBS. Although it'll be interesting to see if it's actually on in San Antonio because Tegna and the local the local CBS affiliate owner and DirecTV and AT&T Uverse apparently at 7:00 tonight. CBS goes away here in San Antonio, but the vast majority of this country is going to see this game. Internally, when Houston, thinking about where they've been the last couple of years, are they looking and preparing this from an operational standpoint as if they're on Monday night or Sunday night football? I mean, this is as close to a national audience as the Texans have had in some time.
They've had, 4 bad years in a row, and they've had some nationally televised games during those bad games, and usually they've been bad. But they're making a big deal out of it because it is the largest audience they'll have. Now, the last game against Indy, which could be for the playoffs, right now, Indy's the last team in the playoffs. Texans are first team out. Denver's the second team out. So maybe that game will be flexed. Maybe the Cleveland game could be flexed. But this is the first time they've gotten close to national attention. I think people pay attention because the Broncos are playing better, Sean Payton's got a national audience. Russell Wilson's got a national audience. The only player on the Texans who's attractive to a national audience will be C.J. Stroud. So there's a lot of attention, but to me, it's just like a nationally televised game. The Broncos have been in a couple, but the Texans have not.
John, I've got to ask you if you know, great. If you don't, that's okay too. But you're plugged in Houston. What are you hearing about the Houston University of Houston coaching position? Obviously, we're very intrigued here because Jeff Traylor seems to be at the top of that list.
Willie Fritz from Tulane, Jeff Traylor from UTSA, of course, already interviewed at A&M. You know, he is very, very highly thought of. Barry Odom is another one. So I think it's come down to those 3 or 4. What they need to do is they need a coach with ties to the Texas High School Coaches Association, which should help them recruit. That's why I think Jeff Traylor would be a really good choice. I think Willie Fritz would too, because Fritz does. He's coached in high schools, he's coached college, coached in Houston twice. He's done a fantastic job, just like Traylor. I'm hoping they end up with one of those 2 guys.
It's going to be interesting. And John, I know you know Tillman. I know you know Mattress Mac extremely well. Jeff Traylor has a $7 million buyout. Willie Fritz is apparently about $1 million. Does that $7 million to Tillman or Mac, is that an issue? Or if that's who they want, that $7 million won't be an issue?
Well, Mattress Mac would have nothing to do with that. He just gives NIL money. Tillman Fertitta makes those decisions. They don't act like he does. And he just bid $5.5 billion for the Washington Commanders. So I think if he's got to write a check for tip money to UTSA, I think he'd be happy to do it if indeed Traylor is the head coach they want.
Well said.
Well said.
The great John McClain. Make sure you follow him on Twitter at McClain_on_NFL. Read his columns at sportsradio610.com and the Utopia podcast. John, enjoy the football weekend. We'll talk to you next Thursday.
Guys, you do it too, and good luck to all your listeners who are pulling for the Cowboys, which I guess is just about everybody in San Antonio. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks, John.
Except for the 7 that complain. Although it's a big deal for you Texans fans. If you have DirecTV or AT&T Uverse, CBS in San Antonio is going away at 7 o'clock tonight. So the Houston Texans in their first big national TV game.
Wow.
It might not be on unless some suits get their stuff together.
Well, you never know. Deadlines tend to make agreements, so maybe that will happen. We'll have a last second deal. For me, it doesn't matter. I'll be able to watch that game, so I'm good.
Oh, you're fine.
I don't know what Pledge has, but that could be a problem for him.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, but for those of you with DirecTV or Uverse, just realize that you're going to have to make alternate plans on Sunday because that game.
I saw something funny on YouTube. Can I share? I don't know who it was, but I'm going to go back here a little bit.
All right.
The name, and I know I'm going to butcher this name, and I apologize. Rias Blythe says San Antonio is split between the Cowboys and the Texans.
Has he been here drinking with us?
Apparently so, or smoking something, or do it. I hate to break it to you, but we appreciate you watching on YouTube. But that is absolutely not. It's not even close.
I mean, your friend group maybe, but I will tell you this, and Jerry Jones has said this on our show multiple times throughout the years. There are more Dallas Cowboy fans per capita in San Antonio than in the DFW Metroplex.
Yes, that is correct.
There is a reason why the Houston Texans, I don't want to say they've stopped trying, but remember they used to come and do things in our city, and they don't even own Harris County, to be honest.
Exactly right.
I mean, and look, winning can change that. But in reality, the percentage of Texans fans in San Antonio versus Cowboys,
it's not close.
It's not even close.
No.
Now, frustrated level, well, that's a whole nother argument. James Pledger under the station banner says, thanks, Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, he screwed that team big time.
He really did because, I mean, there was because a long time ago, we were the Texans affiliate. I mean, we did a lot with those guys when they started and with Gary Kubiak there. And they would come in and we would do events with players and all kinds of stuff. I mean, and Bill O'Brien turned all that off.
Well, he did. But, Jason, you know this. I mean, even in the Oilers' heyday, when they were good and they were playing for big things, it still didn't matter to San Antonio. They would go and have training camp, for goodness sake, here in San Antonio. There'd be like, I don't know, 10 people out there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just
go down there and have a beer with Jack Pardee.
That's exactly right. So, I mean, it's just San Antonio is a Cowboy city. It always has been. I have a feeling it always will be. And that's just the way it is. And if you're a Texan fan, good for you. We're pulling for it. It's a great story, but it's not split. I just want to correct the record.
Yeah, not close to being split.
No.
It's not split, but there's more than 7.
Well, there's
maybe
more,
10.
There's more than 7. But unless you're going to the
Very
Texans fan club watch party, because
Pledge get a little upset with you.
When you act like a little brother, you get treated like a little brother. I mean,
Pledge had a little violence in his voice there, didn't he?
I mean, there are more Cowboy fans at the Texas fan club watch parties. I kid. And I know a lot of those people. They're great people.
They are good
and they have been through hell, and they're sticking with them.
Good people.
Which I find impressive. Still no word on whether or not Wemby is going to play tonight. Pop said first night of a back-to-back, probably not going to play both. We don't know if tonight's the night he sits or if it will be tomorrow. More on that coming up next here on the Blitz. But you want to have a little bit more fun and excitement watching these games, make sure you go download the Underdog Fantasy app or go to the website underdogfantasy.com. Sign up, use my promo code STAR, and Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. Plus, new customers will have a mystery special pick live in their Pick'em lobby. And to build your Pick'em entry, which is a game I love playing nightly, you pick between 2 and 5 players to build your entry, and all you have to do is select whether you think they're going to go higher or lower their predicted stats. You can win up to 20 times your money in a single game if you go 5 for 5. It is fantasy, but you can win real money. And yes, legal here in the state of Texas. And obviously a lot of fun to play. Download the Underdog Fantasy app, promo code STAR, and Underdog will double that first deposit up to $100. Must be over 18, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to ncpgambling.org. Underdog Fantasy, promo code STAR. Go download the app today.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's Thursday night football. The Cowboys welcome the Seahawks for a primetime tilt at 6 p.m.
Prescott with a quarterback option, running to the right, spilled into the end zone, touchdown Prescott.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Happy holidays from your neighbors at El Guacamole Mexican Grill. Place your breakfast or lunch order today. Visit them at 250-20 or call 210-499-5364. Hot, fresh, made-to-order Mexican dishes. El Guacamole Mexican Grill.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry, with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Thursday night football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, it's a matchup between two of the NFC's most exciting teams when Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks take on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Seahawks and the Cowboys on Thursday night football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Sebastian Maniscalco.
My wife and I Went to go see Hamilton on Broadway.
It Ain't Right Tour 2024.
Oh my God, it is amazing. We saw it. Oh, it changed me it changed me. Now, as soon as I hear that, I'm like, I ain't gonna like this.
Sebastian Maniscalco, live on stage in San Antonio. Frost Bank Center, August 11th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. For more, visit SebastianLive.com.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey folks, Steve Brent's here at beautiful Winans Creek Ranch in Bandera, inviting you to our holiday land sale event going on right now. It's the best time of the year to get an incredible deal on a gorgeous 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site here at Winans Creek. Take advantage of deep discounts and terrific bank and special below market seller financing. Plus, ask us about our closing cost bonus offer, saving you even more during our sale. Winans Creek features secluded private settings, spectacular 30-mile views, a gorgeous creekfront park, as well as paved roads, high-speed internet, electric, and more. Plus, Winans qualifies for low ag exempt taxes. The rush of the holidays will be here soon, but there's still time to get a great deal on your 10 to 15 acre luxury ranch home site you've always dreamed of. So come out and see me today at Winans Creek Ranch, and we'll help put together an incredible deal that will make your holidays bright. Give us a call at 866-952-6323 or go to WinansCreekRanch.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
It's the Mike McCarthy Show every Friday morning at 7 and 9 with R&R in the morning.
I'm all about winning. So when it has to do with winning, then it's part of our operation, our messaging, and our outlook.
A look at the Cowboys' upcoming game presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This is the AA Best Bail Bonds Game Night San Antonio on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Every game night, the Blitz with Jason and Joe get you inside and ready for tonight's game. Players, coaches, insiders. This is the AA Best Bail Bonds Game Night San Antonio.
Wemby for three. And Wembanyama put him in the friend zone.
The pregame show starts now.
Spurs Hawks tonight down at the Frost Bank Center, which hasn't been good for the San Antonio Spurs, although they haven't been good in any building that they have played at this year. He's Joe Ryan-Eagle. I'm Jason Minix. We're out at Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House in the South Rim, 1604 near I-10 with our friends from Flight by Yingling getting ready for a Cowboys Seahawks watch party. But my guess is they're going to have the Spurs game on tonight. Let's talk about that in a moment. First, right now, though, we've got some Breaking Benjamin tickets to give away for their show at the Aztec Theater on January 24th. You want to win a pair of tickets? Be caller number 7 right now, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 7, those tickets are yours. If you don't win them, you can always buy them at livenation.com.
So Spurs, who said that?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Dak Prescott's here. I can't believe that.
Exactly. Can the Spurs get a win tonight? And still, I mean, no word on Wemby.
Questionable though, right?
Well, yeah, but I saw Pop said pregame. It depends on how his pregame goes, according to Pop. McDermott is out Devin Vassell is going to continue coming off the bench, according to a tweet from Tom Orsborn of the San Antonio Express News. But with back-to-back games tonight and tomorrow, I guess Wemby will sit his first game. The question is it tonight or is it tomorrow? And I wonder, because where's tomorrow's game?
In New Orleans.
I wonder if there's some league questions going on here about sitting him on the road. Do you sit him tonight at home? Because we know the league doesn't like that. His first trip to New Orleans, I'm sure it's a huge game. I'm sure the Pelicans sold 4 extra tickets or whatever for this one. A big Zion. I just wonder, though, if this is more political in the sense of office. Like, wait a minute, what? He's out? Is he? Like, where are you going to sit him? Because you can't. Can you sit Wemby on the road if he's one of those, like, he just needs a break?
Please.
Well, no,
they haven't played. I hear what you're saying, but they haven't played in 3 days. The kid's 19 years old. I think he can play 2 games in a row. I don't think it's going to hurt him.
Well,
but you know how they are. They're going to rest him tonight. He'll play tomorrow, and it drives me insane. Not to mention the fact that what are they? We played 16 games now, because they're 3-13 or whatever it is. Come on. I mean, to me, that is just so ridiculous. The NBA is so soft. It's unreal.
I mean, and whatever. But now, seeing on Twitter, it looks like Wemby is in tonight.
Oh, really?
Through his warm-up, which means he probably isn't going to play tomorrow night, based on what we've seen from Greg Popovich, reading on Twitter what Pop had to say pregame. The question is, I mean, the Spurs beat the Houston Rockets in October. This is the last month of November. Could they go winless in the month of November at the brand new Frostbank Center? I mean, their losing streak is forever, blah, blah, blah. I mean, what bothers me with this Spurs team is, the losing sucks, but I'm not seeing any individual growth that you feel like, all right, they're losing games, but they're getting better here.
You're not seeing it because it's not happening. And, oh, by the way, the Wemby is available tonight. Did you see it? I mean, they just sent out an updated thing. They obviously must have heard me complaining and changed Wemby really quick. So that's good. But I see your frustration, Jason. It's my frustration. I think it's all Spurs fans. Everybody in San Antonio has had the mantra, in Pop we trust, and rightfully so. Pop is Hall of Fame coach. He's 5 championships. All of that stuff is great on the resume, but nobody is getting any better. And you have to wonder why. It makes no sense to me. Last year, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, and others, Malachi Branham, others played well. They played hard. They competed. This year, it just doesn't even seem like on some nights, or at least second halves of some nights, that they're even competing, that they even give a damn to be out on the floor.
Well, they're frustrated. Or as somebody commented earlier on our show, since they're at the Frostbank Center, it's frustrating watching this team play. But it does seem like they're in games, and then you flip a switch, and they're out of a game just like that. A bad 5-minute stretch, and they're not good enough to get back into a game. But also, it looks like to steal Dak's line, here we go again, and they just get frustrated, and I don't want to say quit trying, but the extra effort isn't there because they don't believe they can win the game, and they're just trying to get to the end of it and get out of there and on to the next.
I don't know what it is, but it seems like they go into halftime, and I don't know what happens or what flip you're talking about flips, because it's been hard to watch. That the other team turns on the switch, the Spurs turn theirs off, and it's just a 30-point butt kicking. And it's frustrating for Spurs fans. You know what, Spurs fans? It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay. Because we endured this crap last year, and I know everybody's quick to remind me, well, it paid off, Joe. Yeah, it did. But it was still crap. Now we're going through it again, and they're worse this year than they were last year. And it's frustrating to Spurs fans, and it should be.
Well, because this year we thought we were going to win. We thought we were at least going to try.
At least compete.
To win.
Yeah.
And it's the same team last year with a 7'5" French dude that was added to the mix. I mean, they didn't really change over the roster. So, now I'm not a fan of Jeremy at point. I wasn't. I mean, all offseason, I thought Keldon should be the one coming off the bench, and you start Trey at point. This Jeremy experiment, I'm hoping since we're 17 games in, we get 3 more games, because knowing how the Spurs typically do things is they evaluate every 20 games, they can realize in 3 games this was a bad idea. And you got enough of a sample size to say it was a bad idea. But even then, I mean, with everything that we're seeing, I don't know. I mean, you look at a Trey Young and a DeJounte Murray in the night. Who's stopping those guys?
Yeah.
Right? Who's stopping those guys?
I don't know. And that's a very good question. I can't imagine. Look, Sohan's a good defensive player, but can he stay in front of a Trey Young? I don't know. DeJounte Murray, who's got some moves. Look, I don't know. I don't know what Pop's trying to do, and that's the frustrating part, I think. Last year we knew what they were trying to do exactly. This year I have no clue. I just don't know. And it's almost like a mad scientist. Like Pop's put all this stuff into a cup, and he's mixing it all up, and it ain't working. It's blowing up.
It's awful is what it is. The 3-14 Spurs in action tonight. Game gets going at 7:00 on Bally. Obviously, you've got the Cowboys playing tonight as well. Game Night San Antonio brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or online, mybestbailbonds.com. If you're looking for a place to come watch both games, join us here at Pari's Pizzeria and Tap House in the South Rim, 1604 near I-10, because I'm sure they'll have the Spurs game on, although the Cowboys are going to dominate. We're having this watch party with our friends from Flight by Yingling, and it is a Thursday. And you know what you do about this time every Thursday?
Grilling with the Blitz, presented by Tri-County Meat Market.
We judge meat.
We do judge meat. Sometimes it's turkey meat.
It is this way. The week after Thanksgiving, we get a turkey submission from the smoker, a spatchcock turkey with cranberry zest glaze. Looks like Eddie submitted that, did his turkey. Looks wonderful. That is a great way to cook it. It's when you go in and you kind of cut the spine and you lay it flat.
Flip them out.
Yeah.
Huh? All right.
It's a great way to do a chicken. It's a great way to do a turkey. And good to see a turkey submission the week after Thanksgiving.
Well, that's good. He understood the assignment, obviously.
Yep.
Because you had asked for that last week, and we wanted to see that. We got it. So congratulations.
You win yourself a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market's Heavener Road location. If you're doing some grilling this weekend, doing anything outside, make sure you're taking photos of that meat anyway. Upload those photos to the Grilling with the Blitz page at sasportstar.com.
Your wife is blinding me with the highlighter colors over there, the Seattle Seahawks.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I've never seen that woman. She shouldn't get any more beer.
Wow.
You know what else we do every Thursday?
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger Joint.
Time for What's on Tap, brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint. Sam'sBurgerJoint.com. You can get your tickets, see their entire schedule. They got Jarrett Ray Reddick out there tonight with Marcy Grace opening up. Jason Eady on Friday night. Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute band on Saturday called Texas Flood. It's going to be a good weekend out at Sam's Burger Joint.
And, of course, if you're not going to Sam's Burger Joint, you need to get out here to Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House. Join us. Watch a little Cowboys Seahawks football. Want to go out to Green Hall tonight? The Dallas Moore Band is out there. And, of course, the Spurs and the Hawks are at the Frost Bank Center. Freeman Coliseum has Forerunner Conference 23. I'm not exactly sure what. Is that a Toyota?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyway, it's a Forerunner Conference. And Wyatt Flores is out at Flores Country Store tonight.
Hey, he's got his name on the building.
How about
it's
that?
Spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Green Hall on Friday night has the Old 97's Holiday Hoopla. Liz Fair at ACL Live. Majestic Theater has Elf in Concert. Not sure what that means, but there's certainly jokes available.
Is he coming?
Idiot.
Saturday night out at the Frost Bank Center, Lauren Daigle, Christian singer, will be at the Frost Bank Center. That'll be a good show. Floor's Country Store is Bree Bagwell.
She's fantastic.
Is that right? Yeah. You tell me about her. We got some UFC fighting going on at the Moody Center on Saturday night. And Priscilla Presley. Is that the Priscilla Presley at the Majestic Theater Saturday night?
Well, it's got to be, right?
Wow.
Is there another one?
And she got up there. What does she do?
What does she do?
She's not a singer.
I mean, what is she going to tell stories?
Maybe so.
Read her book?
Dude. Green Hall, Gypsy Songman, Saturday night. The music of Jerry Jeff Walker.
Yeah, his son Django is and Django Walker is a great singer-songwriter in his own right, but obviously his dad is a legend. That's going to be an incredible show. Saturday night out at Green Hall. Absolutely brings back memories. On Monday night, the Black Pumas are at ACL Live.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah. In fact, they're there on Wednesday, too.
Dude, how about Marie Osmond at the Majestic Theater on Tuesday night? An orchestral Christmas. Marie Osmond. She's not bringing Donnie with her?
Nah, he's got to do the show in Vegas.
I'm a little bit country.
Oh, shit.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
What's on Tap brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint, online at samsburgerjoint.com. Cowboys, Seahawks, Brad Sham and the crew will take it away in just a couple of minutes. Pledge, I think we need the Here We Go song one more time as we get fired up, ready for the game.
Cool ball blue when I fall through. A lot do not like us. We can take it to the next spot. They yelling like Prescott. Everybody like. There ain't no breaks, no rest stop. We trying to get your head chopped. The whole club yelling. Everybody, 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 everybody.
Does that get you in the mood tonight?
Oh, man, I'm fired up now.
The Here We Goes.
I'm fired up.
The Here We Goes.
We're going to have a little drinking game here at Perry's Pizzeria.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
How are you feeling about tonight's game? What's your prediction?
I think it's going to be a tougher game than most people think. Cowboys will win by double digits. 10.
A tougher game, they're going to win by double digits.
10 to 13.
10
all right,
to 13.
Not 30. All right. Here we go.
Here we go. Cowboys are going to roll tonight. We're Blitz live tomorrow at the Rue Pub, 281 and Redland Road. We get started at 2 o'clock. And don't forget, tomorrow at 5 o'clock, we've got Cowboys trivia questions that we'll make up as we go to go see the Cowboys-Eagles game. Cowboys Seahawks next on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Here we go.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pregame Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a